One of my players is having a tough time like loading in. I'm just going to re-invite them. Hold on for a second. And my players are still loading in.
Hello?
Look how. Wait for my
Our
players
fifth
to
is
look.
coming.
One of my players is taking a fat minute to load in.
Alright. Yeah, our fifth is fixing his internet.
What's up?
Yeah, he's trying to fucking restart his router. Just having
I
problems.
get maximum overdrive internet. Happens to me a lot.
Yeah, I don't know why. His internet
Oh.
usually is fine. Okay, we have to bring a sub.
What?
Or we're bringing in one of our subs instead.
Okay.
Don't die.
I'll try.
Good.
Getting off 3 hours of sleep.
Am I good to start it up?
Let me go tell him.
Yo.
Okay.
Tell him come game chat real quick.
Who do I need to tell?
All of them. Just to make sure they're here.
Oh, the other team? Okay. I see now.
What? No, our
Nothing.
team.
Oh, our team?
What are you stupid?
Wait, Jose, you here?
Jose
He's
said
not gonna
he's
talk
quiet
until.
until the game starts.
What type of garbage?
Is he in game chat?
Yeah, he
I don't
is.
know.
I have no clue.
Okay. Yeah,
He invited
yeah.
me, so he is here. I joined off his invite.
What's up? Why are we in game chat, Jodo? What's going on?
Are we all
Just
ready
making
to
sure
start?
everyone's here.
You're gonna get ready soon.
Our
Yeah.
team's ready whenever you guys are.
Dylan, did you see what I sent? Did you see what I sent you?
No.
Yeah, Scott.
Yeah, that's like
Okay, I'm gonna
one of my
start.
most fucking prized possessions is that signed album.
It was pretty.
Alright, good luck, have fun.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck, have fun.
And we've been live for a few minutes, so I can't exactly say we are live now, but we are live. Midnight League, Season 2, Division 2, playoffs here. Quarterfinals / qualifying round, however you want to call it. We have the number 2 seed, Altered Reality, on a best of 3 here against Insanity. Insanity, the number 7 seed. I'm going to check actually their records in a moment, but I'm going to be checking first the maps here. We have Oregon, which is most likely Altered's pick, Altered defends first, then Theme Park, most likely Insanity's picks, they will defend first on that map, and then Cafe is the decider here. But already, band's reminding me a tiny bit of Cafe. I mean, we're seeing the Mira band, we do see that Mira band sometimes on Cafe, we see a Thatcher band pretty often there, and this is going to be difficult for the attack. And speaking of the attack, Insanity, I mean, Insanity, pretty well-known team, pretty well-established team. Got moved up recently. Last season they were the Division 3 champions, now Division 2, so we'll be obviously facing some harder competition here, and that's actually led to the position that they're in as the 7th seed. I'm going to be now actually checking to see the standings, so that way I can properly say what it's looking like for them, but to talk about Insanity, I mean, very chemistry-based, not really gunners, and not super strategy-based, so just really founded on the idea of sort of working well together, and let's see. I don't think I found a way to compare these two in terms of wins and losses. Let's see it. Pardon me, I'm still trying to figure it out. Okay, here's a good comparison for you all. Altered Reality lost 8-6 versus Blood Wolves B. Insanity actually on the same map lost 7-4. So that should be helpful. And then Insanity lost 7-1 versus Brothers Till Death on Cafe. Altered lost 7-4 against them. So, you know, two common teams in which they both lost, and the fact that they both lost on Cafe suggests that those two are not very strong in that. But to speak about strong maps and weak maps, I mean, this is Oregon. The last two times actually that I've seen Insanity on Oregon, they both got, quite frankly, they got their snot knocked out. They lost 7-0. Theme Park. You gotta let me co-cast with you someday. The only problem, Acer, is, or Acero, however you want to call it, yo no hablo mucho español, lo siento, is, we're both colored, so I'd have to switch to play-by-play, or you'd have to try to play-by-play. What's up, I'm ready to, I'm chilling, but point being made is that the last two times actually we've seen Insanity on this map, they lost 7-0 to two different teams, two different mentalities. One, the Division 1 actually of Calvert Legacy, who took a very much more strategy-based approach to this. The other one being Doña Waga China Petrochrome Group LTD, actually over in UGL, who took a lot more of a ranked mentality, and both of them ended up just making quick work of Insanity, so that's why I think that this is most likely the pick of actually Altered Reality here. But I'm sure Insanity might be having a bit of PTSD from those. They'll now be trying to actually push this top floor here, not top floor, basement here, as you can see, trying to get something set up, but the Kite's still on the board, plus the fact that both Maverick and Thatcher are banned means that it's going to be really difficult for Insanity to score rounds on the attack, and admittedly, a lot of times I see them do poorly on the defense, actually. So that only gives them one attacking round, but at least on this map. And Zed, actually, new addition to Altered Reality here. Altered Reality, fairly strategy-based, also a mix of chemistry in there. So trying to just waste the time of Insanity certainly is. I don't know why they haven't tried to just lock him in there or try and pinch him, considering that he's stuck in a corner, essentially. All they have to do is just hold down small tower and then have somebody push the windows, but I guess not. I guess they're going to ignore him and maybe let him sort of work up the confidence, I suppose, to flank them, because that is certainly going to be a festering sort of infection in Insanity's pushes. Jodo actually picks up Ayashuda. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that name correctly. I'm not 100% sure on that. Jodo, as you can see, is the maestro, sort of the cornerstone, I'd say. Him and maybe Delansky, Delansky, I don't know how you want to pronounce it. Sort of the two key players, and then to an extent Fishy as well. Those three sort of the core, really, of Altered Reality. Fishy actually going to take some damage. Loses, I'd say, 30-ish health, probably a bit more than that. Off of holding down Boiler, and now 40 seconds left. Push needs to be made soon here by, actually, Insanity. I was about to say Altered Reality, but they're on defense. And Jodo will lose one of his Evil Eyes there, thanks to Cactus Jack. Sent actually gets Nitro down at the hands of Canadian. He's actually pushed up here into back freezer. 2v5 double kill from Jodo. Takes down Veg just up to just ticks, really. He's on the other side of the objective, actually, trying to deal with Fishy. He's just holding down that Boiler side, that pillar there, really well. Trying to make something happen, but so far not so great for Fishy, though. Tix wipes him out. 2v4, though. Technically 1v4 considering Cactus Jack is down. Zed finishes him off for a double kill. Trying to do something. Jodo, however, picks up the 3K and the round for his team, and it'll be Altered Reality now getting their opening round here in the series, as well as an early lead, 1-0 over Insanity. Insanity not looking so great there. I mean, you know, losing two pretty important players early on, and none of them really picking up a lot of kills. The only exception would be actually Tix there, as the ace managing to pick that one up onto Fishy, and that's simply because Fishy decided to re-peek. And he just held an angle. But how many divisions are there? Oh, I'll be a play-by-play caster or a color caster. That's not an answer. That's literally I don't know what even is that. How many divisions are there? It's 3. The time I played Serious, I got 1. The 2 picks and we won. Yup, 3. We have a Canadian console too. How the fuck you at people now? You just type in their name.
Attackers need to locate
Here, let me
and
try.
defuse bombs.
Pardon my French, just a few moments ago. Takes the goat. So we finally got some Insanity fans in here. We already have some AR fans. Yeah, I'm sure they're pretty happy about this. I mean, it's Reality actually going to do something interesting here. They're going to first floor for their secondary site instead of top floor. I suppose they feel really uncomfortable with it, so they're going to be prioritizing. And many teams use their weakest site, and I suppose for Reality it's their second strongest, in that they'll now be going to dining and kitchen. And sort of keys to holding down subjective are this sort of shower extension. You'll see it in almost every single competitive round. I'm not trying to say a round that is competitive, I'm trying to say a round in competitive, because this could very well be a 5v1 by the end of it for Insanity. But that's how you want to hold down at least this ground area. And then somebody roaming above in this kids section, as you can see the Goyo actually of Canadian, as well as the Jaeger of Zed, both trying to hold down that top floor there. Canadian with actually a bullet hole, trying to take down the Zofia, it appears. I don't even think that was Zofia, I think that was most likely Deer. that would have been most likely Bedge, and there you go. Tix picks up one on Canadian. Zed will actually trade him out. In a sense, takes down Ayoshuda, so there goes the Nomad, there goes the flank watch. Not such a great pick, really, for either team, but certainly the upper hand actually going to be favoring the defensive end, since they did actually take down that flank watch there. Made it a bit easier to get some sort of deep flank later in the round, and about a minute has elapsed there. Did actually manage to burn that off of the attack of Insanity, and for Insanity, one of their key problems here outside of winning gunfights is, they are notoriously slow on the attack. All the defending team has to do in order to win a round, oftentimes, is just waste their time. So, did manage to waste about a third of the round, and that's going to certainly help out Altered Reality and make the chances of Insanity a bit lower here. They seem to be trying to go after this sort of kitchen side, as you can see, setting up that vertical. Don't really have another option unless they want to send somebody over to small tower. Do have that hatch, as you can tell, but the smoke of Dylansky trying to actually hold that down. I keep on wanting to say Delansky, but don't think that's how it's actually pronounced. So, I think it's because I'm thinking of Clancy. I don't even know. Anyways, on to the actual topic at hand here, which should be just a relative vertical play. Actually, Cactus Jack will be lowered there, down, not out just yet, but will be down right on top of vertical, and allows Delansky to pick him up. And I'm going to have to get a consistent pronunciation on him. I'm sorry about that, folks. Selma going down, actually, from Tix onto that kitchen wall. And so far, obviously early on in the game, but so far it's been all him, all eyes, all ears. He will actually look at pushing in now, does have to deal with that castle there of Fishy, however, who is playing over in the security side. Takes some damage due to a breaching charge, will rotate around now. 3v3, 2v3 actually. Dylansky will take a double kill on the Texas. Deer 14 Magical will pick off. I think that was actually Zed there. Deer 14 Magical gets a double kill onto Jodo. Actually, Bedge and Deer 14 Magical versus Fishy and Dylansky. 10 seconds left, low time here. Deer will rotate around. Actually, 3k from Deer. Fishy will pick up one, trades Deer around, and Fishy will fall at the hands of Bedge. What a chaotic round. And at the end of it, when the dust settles there, Insanity on top. 1-1 now. These two teams have tied up already. And that was a messy round, really. Should have, based off of the numbers, it really should have gone the way of Altered Reality, since they had low time. They still had 2 smoke waves on the board. They were in a 2v2. They had statistically speaking, they had the advantage there. I didn't know what you said about the co-casting thing. I think it only worked for PC. I don't know, because I think I managed to ping somebody on mobile, but I'm not 100% sure. I know that I can receive pings on mobile. Let me see. I didn't know what you said about the co-casting thing. I'll repeat it in case you're confused. I was just saying that, like, the problem with us co-casting is that we're both color. So either you'd have to switch to play-by-play, or I'd have to switch to play-by-play. Because 2-color is not really the way that it's supposed to be run. Unless you're doing a trio cast, but I really am against those. What's my highest rank? Champion 1. Definitely. No, plat 3. Low plat 3. Makes me sad, but whatever. Pause, never mind. It's in the middle of a round, bro. Hold up, do we have players watching stream? Yeah, I'm not a color caster. Bruh. He says as he does color with plenty. Don't cap. Don't cap. But anyways, at the end of that, I mean, final moments really showed the strength there of Insanity. Getting that very quick crossfire there between Deer and actually Bedge as the Habana and the Jackal. The Deer rotating around to help actually crossfire Dylan at the very last moments was what ended up really winning the round there. 1v1 ultimately should have gone the way of Fishy, considering he had the shotgun and it was close range, but alas, not everything goes the way that you would want it to. Not everything goes the way that you expect. And now, as you can tell, there's no denial on this wall. There's no mutes, there's no arcades, and there's no bandits, even though none of them were banned, most likely. Fishy will actually pick off Deer 14 Magical. There goes the primary roam clear of Insanity in that Jackal, but they do actually get 2 Selmas down on the wall here, and we'll start opening up sightlines actually onto the side of Game Room here. Four v 4, Cactus Jackal actually take down Fishy. So there it is. It's even numbers now. And now, as you can see, the Ash and Sophia combo is split in half. Zed will actually take the head right off of Cactus Jack. 3v4 now, man advantage favoring Altered Reality. Tries to get another one, but Bedge punishes him for that greed. 3v3. It's enough to just ticks Shootout and Bedge versus Jodo Dylansky and Canadian McBacon. The sort of 3 hard anchors of Altered Reality still alive, still on the board. 3v2. Canadian McBacon will fall at the ends of Io Shooter now pushing forward. Smoker goes out there from Dylansky. And Io Shooter actually hit by his own air jab. Unfortunate for him. He will fall back. Will take some damage there. Some light damage actually at the end of the Legion Mine. 3v1. Bedge will get a double kill into Jodo time. It's up to just Dylansky against more than half of Insanity. They are on the objective. He has 2 Smokers left in his pockets. But I don't know how well it's going to go for him. Tick's not looking for the plant here. Will likely be well covered considering these 2 teammates with him. Dylansky sort of in a corner now. And in the post plant, just get a hard bang likely from a teammate on that Evil Eye there. Spots the Zofia there of Bedge. Runs out of ammo. I don't even know what he's doing, but Bedge does. Gets the 3K in the round for his team. Bedge showing up when he needs to. Getting this round advantage now for Insanity. 2-1 against Altered Reality. So I've been told to pause, so I'm going to pause for a few minutes. So it's just cap, bro. Don't cap. You're a color caster. You're always saying, oh, you color cast with Flenty. I normally color cast. So I don't know why I'd hop off of what I normally do. You're always talking about game knowledge. That's usually something associated with color. So, seems to signal that, and Tix has left, so likely try and ask for a pause for that to happen. I want to co-cast I'm an analyst, so I think that would be good. I mean, it would be interesting. It is certainly that, and from players within a league, especially within that division. So if I had taken somebody from like Calvert Angels, maybe, and brought them in for this, that might have been interesting, considering that they bring a different perspective. Same with an analyst, which is sort of what I do in my free time, but, point made. Someone on the team told me, honestly, my co-casting sucks, then why do you list it? Honestly. Like here, let me find it. Let's see. Waiting for chicks to return. If you're gonna say pause, say it mid-round. But then what do you mean limit 0HG is just Jesus when you join? If you are gonna say pause, say it mid-round so he gets it on time. The downside of that is that it annoys me because then it's like I can't pause in the middle of the round. Because stream delay, I was told after the round. If you don't eat all your Lunchables out your fridge and drink all your apple juice, what are you even doing, Yasuro? He can only pause after round. Well, my team doesn't know that. What do you mean? You guys, I want to punch you guys. Anyways, we did spend a... no, wait. Well, we accidentally baited him. Yeah, I want to punch you guys. I'm becoming better at play-by-play so I can do that shit. I can do it as well. I do it on weekends sometimes. for a different league, but most of the time I'm sitting in color, and I'm fine with that. That's what I do best. I'm a natural color. So, honestly, not even. We're waiting for the round to start. I didn't pause the timer, so we're just waiting on presumably ticks to load in at this point. Play-by-play is the one giving out the calls during the round, but then the colorcaster is the person giving an analysis after the round and during prep phase. Colorcast this entire match. Be Coach Escargo. Kind of hard to do that if you're solo, but I mean, I managed to pull it off in the past. Though sometimes I do get heated at teams. Like, if any of you watched my last cast, I got kind of heated because the teams were being stupid. So what is Escargo? I'm stronger on color, but I can do either. 5 seconds to go. Yeah. Colorcaster also sort of fills in there. So when you're not really in the action, Colorcaster helps out with like banter, statistics, knowledge on the two teams, context, etc. Just giving sort of the way that many people like to put it is that the play gives the how, the color gives the why. Pretty sure I got this right, but play-by-play is Kickstarter. That's the highest play-by-play currently, and then Intero is his colorcaster. I already had Twitch and play actually for Dear 14 Magical and Insanity. It was interesting to see that just pop up, but I think I almost saw something else come out. I wasn't exactly sure, couldn't entirely tell, but we'll be interested to see how they deal with this really odd hold here from Altered Reality. They have the blue bubble as well as sort of an inverse here with that Goyo shield there, and the Twitch drone trying to actually open up the Goyo shield, but they can't. You'd have to use something else, an explosive maybe, or a bullet, obviously, to the back of it, or an Argus cam from Zero, but there are no Zeros here. Zero is not banned, it's just nobody plays Zero, because I suppose they don't really realize the strength of him. Here, E-Box is left entirely soft, though, except for that hatch there, all the way in meeting. Zed will be down, not just yet, but has been down, as Insanity is... Someone managed to sort of sneak up. Sort of a sleeper push from Ayoshuda as well as Bedge on that laundry and freezer side here, so we'll need to start worrying about a bit of a pincer here from Insanity. The Goyo there of Canadian throws out a Nitro and takes down Ayoshuda, trades his teammate. Actually, just moments ago, double kill from Canadian on the Cactus Jack as well, and there goes that pincer, almost all but entirely destroyed actually. 2v4. Delansky takes down DO14 Magical, and Jesus, I need to get his name right. I am sorry, folks. Up to just Tix and Bedge. 2v4 outnumbered here, 1-2 behind Altered Reality. Fishy still has Electric Law on him, so they could very well close up some sort of wall here, considering all the sightlines and all the walls that they've left soft or open, and just throw another claw on him if you wanted to. Canadian will fall at the hands of Bedge, who's trying to push this laundry side, will be lowered there. Actually, most likely by Fishy, as that Kaid with the AUG 3 smoke big going on here from Zelensky. Actually, onto that laundry door. Tix joining him. 40 seconds left here. The two remaining Insanity members actually evening up now. 2v2 as Bedge rapes out Zelensky for a double kill now on the round. Might even be a triple kill. I don't know exactly, but certainly looking to get some more here. With the just Jodo and Fishy versus Bedge and Tix. 20 seconds left. Time will be favoring the defending team here. They do not have any sort of Plant Denial left. They don't have the smokers. They don't have nitros. Fishy already used his nitro on what? I'm not sure. Fishy will be down. Tix as well. 1v2. Jodo the last one left. However, Fishy is down for his team, so could technically be a 1v2. Bedge rotating around. Low time here. Jodo just needs to hide. Really waste a bit of time. Waste just a mere second. He does. That's the round for his team. 2-2 now. These two teams have tied up here on Oregon. Let me see. Escargo is a snail. Yes. Color why are you guys hating? Your auntie goldfish look like a snail. I'm gonna color and colorcasters the best because they make the stream. I have never seen you cast, AJ. Like, I have no clue. You can honestly be good at both. Yeah, that first match did kind of hurt, but you're right. I didn't even look that when I was playing. Yeah, I mean, you can be good at both, but I think most people have a stronger half. AJ, I have never seen you cast before. I have never seen you cast before. There. Simple as that.
Need to locate and defuse bombs.
Anyways. So I'm trying to come up with words here, because this has been a surprisingly interesting match. I mean, I was expecting something a bit more favorable to Altered Reality here, but it's actually been pretty competitive. I mean, that is mostly thanks to Bedge here. I mean, he's going 6-1, man of the hour for his team. Has been keeping them alive, really, and it's been making really painful here for the defending team. And Zed will actually be TK'd there by Jodo, so it will be interesting to see how that factors into the round. But obviously losing the Jaeger, I don't even know what happened, but it appears as though Zed ran in front of Jodo when he was trying to... Um, 4v4, Bedge will TK Harashuda, so I don't know if that was them trying to even it up or what, really. I don't even know. I'm kind of confused, guys, personally, but I suppose it's a bit even now, considering that you lose some of the ADSs. It appears that at least one has been set up. I don't know if there have been any other ADSs too. I think all three, actually. Pardon me. Yup, all three. And so, actually, Insanity incidentally, actually, giving up 3 air jabs. What a gap from them, because that's going to make it really easy here for Fishy, since he appears to be the one on the roam here for this round. Will make it really easy for him to get a flank off, considering now they have to put some sort of claymore or drones on it. Speaking of drones, they have 7. They seem to be starting a lot of these rounds with 7 drones, so not exactly horrible, but not the best way for you to start up a round. Badge's going to get a single ping there, actually. Maybe 2, pardon me, onto the alibi there. Fishy will be downed, actually, by, it appears, the Ash of Tix, trying to finish him off with a bit of flare. Just has to do normally, fortunately for him, but will do it. So that'll be a 4v3 man advantage now favoring Altered Reality, and I think both teams might be regretting this situation that they're in. I think Altered Reality might be regretting it a bit more. Or Insanity, considering that Insanity lost some of their utility. Sun was going to go down here, as well as Bullet there took down that photo shield. Will make it harder for the attack to hold down that attic side. But even with this sort of pincer being set up here, opening up trophy wall, opening up game wall, and all the way on the other side of the attic wall, opening up all of these entryways, really all these sight lines into the objective, they haven't really put any pressure on it. They're all pushing this trophy side, so really it's just mind games at this point from Insanity, trying to make actually Altered Reality feel a bit more uncomfortable, and Deer will actually make Dylan very uncomfortable. Takes him down. For 4v2, it's up to just Jodo and Canadian. Canadian gonna get a Nitro Cell kill there onto Deer 14 Magical. Turns him into Team Rocket. Blasts him off again. Up to just Jodo and Canadian once again. 3v2 though. Only a 1-man advantage here favoring Insanity, and Cactus could very well go for a plant here. Does not have smokes. Bedge nearby with the smokes should they decide to go for that. And most likely to actually stick the plant, double kill there from Tix, takes down Jodo. It's up to just Canadian, tries to take down Tix, will lower him. Tix now actually reveals himself thanks to that alibi Prisma. Rotating around trying to find something. Canadian just stuck in Master there trying to find something, will find a kill on the Canadian, but Bedge trades him around, and that'll be the round for Insanity. 3-2. 1 round lead here against Altered Reality. He wants to go. He should join Comp University as a casting student. He should. No cap, bro. What the fuck is? Pardon my French. It's Comp University. The server Jodo wins. It's a reality project, technically, considering that all the vice presidents except for me are reality players. But it's not exclusive to reality. You don't have to be a fan of reality. We have a lot of the coaches are from the separate org called Calibrit. How can a player cast and play? Yeah, you just can't cast and play simultaneously. It would look really silly. I've joked around with that once with Cayman Hockey from Watermelon Snooze. I only ever casted private games. I have no clue what that means, but okay.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
Comp University is coaching server dedicated to comp, but we also have casting lessons, technically, if you want to consider it like that. We have a bunch of the top casters from PS4, at least from this region, and we all stuck them in a room together, and we help you out. If you play for student, you can, or you can just go message me, yell at me, and I'll make you a casting student. I'm good. Thanks for asking. Come on, Tix. If you want to accept me, no. I will not accept you into my family. I'm kidding. I'm being a goofball right now, guys. It's late night. We haven't even finished the first half of this match. I have apparently 2 people watching, which is kind of sad. What stream delay time? Should be about 10 to 15 seconds. I have no clue who Jordan Baez is. However you want to pronounce that. A minute has already elapsed and not much going on here. Just silent, really, on the home front. For both of these teams, obviously Rome above being perpetrated by Zed as well as Canadian. However, Zed is down, not just Deadpool will be down. Canadian rotating around, trying to help out his teammate. Will pick up Bedge, and there goes the Jackal there. Gets actually the second kill there onto Bedge. This entire match. Impressive work, though. Deer will finish off Zed, so it'll be 4v4. However, Defuser's down. 4v3, actually. Tix gets an easy kill there onto Canadian. Wipes his head off. It's at the just Jodo, Fishy, and Dolinski. 4v2, Deer will actually take down Jodo time. It seems to me that Insanity is coming into their own now. They're finally managing to find their rhythm here on Oregon. Finally figuring out what they need to do and actually getting it done. Cactus Jack will be wiped out there by Dolinski. 3v2 now. Actually needs to worry about the vertical, though. 2 players, almost the entirety of Insanity's up there. 3v1. Tix gets a double kill there onto Dolinski. Fish is the last one left. Offside. I don't know why. I don't know what he's looking for here. And now, what even? I don't even know what that was. Fishy takes down Deer 14 Magical. I should have known looking for the plant there. So that default Tix will be covering him. Fishy needs to rotate around here. 2v1, so it doesn't need to worry about that man disadvantage that he is in. And obviously he's in the post lane as well. Swung by Aishuda, gets him down. 1v1 Tix versus Fishy here. Gonna be playing that sort of island in kitchen now. Fishy gonna push forward here. Obviously side advantage favoring Tix, but doesn't matter. Fishy with the 3k. And unless he fails to find the diffuser, it's gonna be a round for Altered Reality. And actually a tied half here. 3-3. So neither team emerging from this opening half in the series with any sort of advantage. We are, in a way, back to square one. The only difference is now, instead of it being a full competitive match here, it's basically a ranked first team to 4. Or if you both tie at 3-3, then it's first team to 5. Just wanted to pose it to you all that way. Me, Escar, BTS, Jimin. What are you watching, Pikari? Midnight League Season 2 Division 2 Playoffs Quarterfinals / Qualifiers, however you want to call them. Insanity now defending Team Blue versus Altered Reality Team Orange now attacking. On Oregon, second map will be Theme Park, third map will be Cafe. This is close, yeah. This is D2 teams. Yep. I've heard of BTS. I've just never seen them. I think I've heard of their songs. It's just I don't really think about it. It's a subconscious thing. I suppose there's something that I haven't really recognized. I have no clue who you are. So, bleh. Making word soup over here. Don't even cap. I'm really good at play-by-play casting. I've been watching Pro League. A lot of people say I've been watching Pro League, and just because you watch Pro League doesn't automatically make you good. Like, I watched Pro League a while back, and I'm still 3. Just to poke fun at myself.
seconds
But
left before
I mean, I've learned some nice angles, but still, it's such a different,
5 seconds remaining.
an entirely different attitude. I think
Attackers
from
are
this.
moving out to locate a bomb and
I certainly think the attitude there is better than here, but you know, I'm still grown comfortable here. But you're getting me off topic. I'm dead. Really good though. I've been casting over Pro League matches. Okay, and I'll believe it when I see it. And now I'm going to check the scoreboard very quickly. As you can see, Altered Reality going for supposed to be a trophy and master push here, but checking the scoreboard. 76612 54544. Taking a page out of Kinnerteen's playbook there and just reading the numbers. But interestingly enough, the person that the going up Deer 14 match goes running the TCSG, you don't normally see that a lot. It does remind me a bit of Mishka's, the old Caliber Predators player, who used to actually be on Caliber Predators, obviously. I think it was the IGL, and on Villa on Aviator and games he would run the TCSG and play top main. So giving me a bit of flashbacks of the sort of the good old days of Caliber Predators being at the top of the competitive pyramid here. And Jodoja, I'm just holding an angle here, might be able to pick up a kill soon onto the Kaid, actually. If that is a Kaid, it would be Bedge holding that angle there. I don't know if they've realized that they're almost facing each other here. And now half of the round has elapsed just about. Zed with 1 Ash Charge left and also 1 health left. Trying to push the top of White here. Just need to be really, really cautious though, considering how low health he is. He needs somebody to distract. 4v4, Zed actually takes down Ayushuda, but Fishy will TK him. I think that was just reflexes, so it's unfortunate for them to see, but then again, Zed was at 1 health anyways, so I think a gust of wind, particularly strong gust of wind, could have probably taken him down. Jodo will lose some health there to Bedge. Bedge also, but the worst of the two would have been Bedge, and he takes the head right off of Jodo. Tix will actually smoke out. Finally smokes out Fishy, and Deal 14 Magic will be down there. Dylan losing some health there due to that smoke is set up actually by Tix. 2v2. Canadian will get a kill down to Cactus Jack. Final smoke of Tix will be thrown down actually by Game Wall. Tix trying to deal with the Nomad there of Canadian, double kill from him. And now it's a 1v2 Canadian, and he'll be taking down the Revenge for a double kill. It's up to just Dylansky. Looking for a double kill on the round potentially. Throws out some smokes, but alas, they were actually ADS, it appears. Bedge versus Dylansky. All Bedge has to do is basically just force Dylansky to push him and then hold the angle. Low time here. Dylansky needs to commit to something to happen. And we'll actually look for the plant. No, looks for the kill. Since he didn't actually commit to searching the kid's side. It was a very easy round there for Insanity. 4-3 now. Round advantage favoring them. Once again, and I think for most of this game, Altered Reality, or for most of this map, Altered Reality has trailed. So, unfortunate for them. We'll have to see if they can tie it up. And so far, it has been basically a seesaw match. It'll be 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3, etc., etc. It's just, it goes on and on. I bet you didn't even see Cyclops versus BDS match. I haven't watched Pro League in a while. I've been busy. Managed to take you with the and, yeah. Or Furia versus FaZe Clan. Ugh, I've heard FaZe is not very good. Their skins are nice, but I haven't heard great things about their skills. Or Cloud G2 versus Dark Zero. I've heard good things about that. I don't remember exactly, but I think Dark Zero won that. I don't remember. I know G2 has been having some problems recently since they lost Pengu, and so they really have no leadership now. You're not invited to my birthday party because you hurt my feelings. Oh, dang. Darn. Whatever.
5 seconds to insertion.
Oh, G2 RME. Well, he just TK'd him. He did. Last round, it was funny, but also kind of sad to see Fishy just take the head right off his own teammate. simply because of reflexes. I think that's the second time now where Zed's been TK'd by accident by a teammate. I don't think he's particularly happy about that, considering that that has led to actually a third of his deaths. But, no, I think they are keeping it close. So Twitch Rico just got Twitch clapped. Yeah, that happened. D8 with the G2 slapped Cloud9 and Dark Zero. Well, maybe not slapped, but okay. And Jodo time bringing out the classic here, bringing out that Montagne that we always hear of, the Frag Tanya actually at times, as sort of renowned for the Montagne plays. So it will be interesting to see how that factors in. And I'm personally surprised to see well, actually surprised that 4v5 Fishy takes down Cactus Jack, and there goes the roaming Jaeger there. As you can see, trying to continue pushing, but obviously has to worry about this bandit there of Ayashuda at the top of main stairs. 3v4. Ayashuda takes down Fishy, but Zed will get a kill on the bench. So just over half of the defending team of Insanity. Ayashuda, Tier 14 Magical, Tips versus everybody on Altered Reality except for Fishy as a Jackal. The Montani there of Jodo still present, so obviously they have the Ella Grismots as well as Tix with the 3 Smoke Babes, but they don't have anything else really against him, so they do need to be cautious about how they use those, especially in the lighter parts of this match. Tix losing some health there at the hands of Zed, presumably trying to push this pillar side, and seems that the flank there being set up and covered by Canadian, using some of those air jabs so that way, as you saw, Zed doesn't have to worry about it anymore. And obviously 2v4, Dylanski will take down Ayashuda, so there goes the bandit. Luckily he had used his nitros, and oh my, Jodo just falls right at the hands of Tier 14, sitting right in the middle of, right on the corner of E-Box, pardon me, not in the middle. However, will be traded by Zed for a double kill from him. Found a second to last smoke wave actually being used by Tix there. Tix gonna have to now try and deal with this 1v3 situation. Difficult spot for him to be in here, and the round advantage on the line. Pardon me, for Insanity. Trying to find something is in the first lane as well, so needs to get somebody, but somebody gets him, not somebody being Zed. That'll be the round. 4-4 now. And getting the 3K with the Ash. Impressive work from him. Really helping out in that round there, keeping it even. Gonna take just another quick peek at the bans. I mean, Thatcher Maverick ban makes it really difficult to get walls open, especially considering that Flores is currently quarantined. So that leaves it up to Cali, Vertical Play, Explosives, and Twitch. And then Mira ban, obviously. Mira's strong operator on this map, has setups for pretty much every site. And then the Malusi ban, not all that surprised by that. Malusi, very common ban on defense, actually. I should be mod, no cap. You casting all the maps, why wouldn't I? Unless we don't go to map 3. Because then I won't cast map 3, because it doesn't exist. Okay. And now, as you can tell, going actually to basement again will be Insanity. Not 100% sure why. This is what I'm trying to think. They did win on top floor, so I suppose it makes sense that they would be going here, considering the fact that obviously they can't go to top floor for one more round. And I don't know why they would want to go to first floor if they still have basement available, but they are 0-for-1 on this objective, so could be better. Certainly could be worse for the team of Insanity. And now we have a face-up of the extendable shields. Jodo time versus Tix. Clash versus Montagne. All 3 of Zed's Ash charges being used in a matter of seconds there. As Deer sets up a rotate there using the slugs of the TCSG, Tix will lose some health there due to plays by Zed and Jodo. see trying to just make it difficult here for the two of them. They are playing together, so that makes it a bit easier for them. 4v5 as Ayoshuda will take down Cactus Jack. I have no clue why. Where did that even happen? Let's find that out. It was on the stairway. I think that was incidental. I really hope so. It would be unfortunate for them, but that does end up forfeiting the man advantage to Altered Reality, and that's going to make it difficult now in the later parts of this round for them to successfully stop and execute from Altered Reality. Obviously, Tix, though, that's the Clash really annoying them with the CCE shield there. Zed will actually just eat a couple slugs from the TCSG. 3v5 Fishy takes down Bedge. This is not looking so hot here for Insanity. 2v5, Zed takes the head right up Deer. 1 versus all. Tix, the last one left as the Clash. After Fishy gets a double kill on Ayoshuda. Looking for the third, he will. Picks up a 3k. Would be Fishy for 32. And a flawless round for Altered Reality. Gets them the round advantage, pardon me, I think for the first or second time this game. So do now have an opportunity to make it up here. However, they will have some troubles now, considering that they're going up to, so far, and this is obviously a bit of a skewed statistic, but so far the strongest side of Insanity, top floor here, they have gone 1-0, so they have a 100% success rate on this site. We'll have to see if they can maintain that, or if Altered Reality will actually lower that down to 50%. Based off of how this next round goes, it's also going to have some connotations for the rest of this match, for the final parts of this match. If Insanity wins this next round, which, statistically speaking, seems likely, but obviously no guarantees.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
If Insanity wins this next round, it's 5-5, and from there, and then from there, whichever team wins that next round, that second round, the 5-5 round, will have their first shot at match point, at map point, whatever you want to call it, game point, sad point, I don't know. That was the biggest waste of out charges ever, absolutely, bro. I mean, they didn't really have to pay for it. Those Goya shields didn't really affect the round. They were ignored by Altered Reality. They left the Clash all alone, and she had 2 players on lock. They had 2 players. The Clash had Deer and I think Bedge behind him on pillar, but they didn't do anything, unfortunately. And the fact that they had more than half their team in basically one room led to some difficulties holding down the rest of the map, considering that it was essentially 3v2 on the rest of the objective on the rest of the map, and to an extent 3v1, considering that actually I should have fallen at the hands of, I believe it was Bedge or Cactus Jack. Due to a TK, so that was unfortunate for them, but really just the numbers game being played well there by Altered Reality. If they can continue to play the numbers game strongly here, they could obviously win actually this map. All they have to do is just trade each other and win gunfights. The more important half of that being trading, because if you can trade, you keep it either at a 4v4 or you keep your man advantage. In the case of you actually end up getting that first pick here. Once again, Deer pulling out the Goyo with the TCSD, looking to put some slugs down the sights of Altered Reality. There's really enough. Sneaking up here would be Jodo time. As the I don't think he really realized that he was almost spotted by Deer. 5v4 as Cactus Jack will take down Fishy. And the connotations here for Altered Reality, who are now in a 5v4, almost a 5v3. There you go, Bedge confirms it. Good for you, it'll be a 5v2 soon, considering how close actually the objective Jodo time is. And he'll be taken right down there by Deer 14 Magical. So that's unfortunate there for Altered Reality, up to just Dylansky and Canadian. Spotting Tix takes him out 4v2, so there goes the 3 smokies, but still damage done, and Canadian will be down, not out just yet, but is down. Just needs to worry about this, actually this angle being watched by Deer 14 Magical, shorting that very tiny angle there onto the shelving over by Attic. I mean, he's picked up 2 kills from it. I don't know how they haven't, almost picked up 2 kills from it. I don't know how they haven't realized. Dylansky moving himself actually in a bit of a pincer there. We'll have to take some damage, unfortunately, due to falling back there to actually revive Canadian. I don't know why it took him so long. Just waste some time. 4v1. Canadian taken down by an shooter anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Dolinsky, last one left against the entirety almost of Insanity. Gonna be trying to deal with this Wamai here of Ayashida, who could swing very soon. Push forward, takes down Ayashida, moves right into the silence of DeFuser Magical most likely. No, Deer has fallen back, no longer holding that angle that we saw earlier in the round. We'll push forward now, gets the Q likely from that barbed wire, and Deer takes it for the 3K. And the round, technically the 3K, thanks to Down and Canadian. It'll now be 5-5. We're looking at the final rounds of regulation for this first map. Why is there 0 wall denial in attic? I have no idea, honestly. They have Bedge as the Kaid, and even then, it didn't do anything. Like, it was really easy to deal with. Both sides have been doing it. I mean, I agree, but still, it is kind of ridiculous. These teams don't do well at holding down walls here in Oregon, but neither team also doesn't really know how to push through a wall, I guess, which is kind of ridiculous. But it is 5-5. These two teams have tied up, and now this is a situation that actually technically favors Altered Reality, considering that they've won actually both rounds here on Basement, while Insanity has yet to score a defensive win on this bottom floor site. So we'll be statistically favoring the attacking team here. We'll have to see if Insanity can recover. But I think that part of it is because Insanity is really focused on this blue side, this blue and pillar side, and obviously putting themselves in 5v4s doesn't help at all, but still focusing on one side too much, I think, is a bad thing. Obviously you can't spread around all utility, because then you start opening up pockets here and there where you have your utility too thin. But you need to not tunnel vision. You need to be able to rotate that utility, ideally. And so we'll be interested to see how that factors in as well. 2 shields, actually, over on that pillar side, as well as what appeared to be a, ADS there. I think the Ash actually noticed it. Couldn't tell, but that might have been a Goyo shield. Not a Goyo shield, a Wamai magnet. Since there is Bedge as the Wamai here to actually provide some additional thermal denial. Do need to deal with that ADS since that was set up. Nitro goes out, lowers Jodo in quite a bit there. Doesn't really hit anybody else. Jodo gonna lose a lot of health now, down to essentially 1 bar here after the Nitro and the Smoke Bay, but he is luring out the explosives and the utility, really, of the defending team. Already Tix and Ayashida, DeFuser Magical, expending some of their utility. A third of Tix's 10 seconds actually expended. Tix actually gonna throw out his second one. And Jodo will be down and out thanks to Tix smoking out. And DeFuser Magical actually, Goyo shield, Zed, Ayashida lights up Fishy like a Christmas tree. It's up to Just Dolinsky and Canadian. They're trying to find something. Canadian gonna be looking to actually drone that boiler side here. Might be droning the wrong side, might be droning the right side, looking for somebody on the roam here. Ayashida on the roam, however, just mere moments away from running into the Canadian. The Nomad 4v2 as Dolinsky will take down Deer. And that is really unfortunate there for Ayashida. Almost got a perfect flank kill there. 3v1 though, Cactus Jack will take down Canadian. Gets the double kill onto Dolinsky as well. 6-5 now. Map point Insanity here on Oregon.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And now, potentially the final round of this first map here. We have First Floor Defense from Insanity, and this will be their defining moment for this map. Can they actually hold down this objective or not? But it has been a very even so far matchup between these two teams, which is sort of surprising given their seeding. You'd think that this would be a bit more favorable for actually
10 seconds to go.
pardon me, for the currently attacking team, but it has actually been a really good fight from the defending team of Insanity. I think there was just someone on attack got it. That attack went bad very fast, yeah. I hope Insanity realized that Untitled Reality keeps pushing basement with a Monty. I don't know why, just providing my personal opinion here, I don't know why Insanity didn't target ban, considering that Jodo is a notorious Monty main. I don't know why they didn't target ban that instead of banning the Maverick, considering Thatcher was already banned. You got a personal prediction for the best of 3? Simply because I haven't seen a ton of great things here from Insanity. I'm gonna go with Ultimate Reality, but considering how this has gone, I think it's gonna be a 2-1. Dylanski will actually lose some health there due to Jodo with doing some silly moves. Does end up taking out 35 health, I'd say, maybe close to 40 from Dylanski. We lowered even more thanks to Bedge. Obviously, I combined did and obviously into a single word and turned it obviously. Obviously did get some damage there onto Bedge, but still worse for wear would be Dylanski here trying to push forward, willing to deal with the Goyo of Dear Fortune Magical, who's running that vertical hold. Jodo will take down Dear Fortune Magical, detonates that Goyo shield there to actually slow down Bedge, who's on the other side of the top floor here, holding an angle over on main dorms, spotting actually Fishy, but Fishy takes him down. 3v5 now. 2v5, double kill from Jodo time. After just Jack on the roam here. Will be lowered actually by Zed, who's now in a bit of a rut, looking to actually push him out. We'll get some pings there from his teammate, actually, of Fishy, who doesn't have any pings left though. 6 on site almost. Has to deal with Canadian there, spots him. 2 of them in a bit of a corner here, surrounded and taken down there by Jodo for a 3k, 1 versus all. Cactus Jack in the post plant needs to get an ace in order to win this game for Insanity. Gets 1, has already started it up, but also needs to do some post plants. Pushes forward now, trying to, does not have a lot of time, has about 15 seconds-ish to get the defuse down, and likely needs to take out most, if not all, of Altered Reality. Is above the objective here, trying to find something. 5 seconds left, and turn into easy pickings there by Jodo for a 4k, and the round goes the way of Altered Reality. It is now overtime here on this first map of Oregon. We'll have to see who gets the attack, who's the defense, because they did not decide on that. So, coin flip says we stick sides. What's going on here? Hi, Mayhem. We now have overtime. It has been 3 halves. Neither team has been able to establish more than a 1-round lead over the other. These guys commit to gunfights way too much. they just got destroyed. Yeah, that was really messy there. It seems as though it's just alternating between one team having a messy round and then another team having a messy round. So, you know, whatever.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
But we'll be Bedge and the rest of Insanity on defense. Time to check the scoreboard again. Speaking of Bedge, 10-5, 8-10, 10-11, 5-9, 5-11, 10-8, 9-8, 8-8, 8-7, 9-9. Surprisingly even here on the side of Altered Reality, which is surprising to me. I wouldn't have thought that.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds remaining. Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
And now going into the first round of 3, potentially at minimum 2 here for actually overtime. We'll be defending top floor. Insanity have yet to lose a round here on this objective, so just speaking off of how it's gone in the past here for Altered Reality, who seem to be kind of unaware of how to deal with Insanity on this side. It might be a bit of arrogance, might be a bit of confusion. So I think the way that they want to take this is by going to this big window side and also white stairs, maybe pressuring the kid side, because as you can tell, the holding of Insanity sort of neglects attic, but also has a lot of their utility on that attic side, and especially on that trophy side. So I think if you push opposite where that utility is, considering that Insanity generally does not know how to rotate their utility, I think that would be the best course of action. Obviously, it's kind of hard, though, since you are funneling yourselves through that window, but still is better than something else. No wonder it's a close game. Cadus is bottom fragging. He's the carry. Rough 4v5. Fishy gonna bring it into a rough time there for Shootos. Tix will actually pick off Bielinski. Takes down the buck there. The Canadian April Man wiped out by Roaming Smoke. I have no clue what is going on here for Insanity. Why? I suppose he was pressured out of top floor. Zed taking some damage there over on white stairs. Tix will be down. Not out just yet, but will be down thanks to Canadian. And 3v4, man advantage favoring Altered Reality, just down 4v2, pardon me. Making a bit of word soup here. Spamming everybody. 4v2. Fishy gets a double kill there. Actually on to Cactus Jack. Tier 14 Magical, Bedge. The last 2 left. 2v3. Bedge will try and make it a bit closer to even here as he'll take down Zed. But still, man advantage favoring Altered Reality, or Bedge trying to reload. Jordan gonna now look for the plant here. I don't think he has any smoke cover, really. Nitro goes out from Tier 14 Magical, detonates it as he gets down. And now trying to appear stick, actually. See Goyo there. Bedge, the last one left. 1v3 here. Fishy gets the 3k on the Tier 14 Magical in the post plant. Just needs to wait out those 3 Candelas, actually, of Fishy. That hasn't gotten hit by any of them. Canadian is slowly bleeding out over, actually, on the white stairs. Just at this point, he needs to just wait that out, assuming he doesn't want to get that extra death added to the stats sheet. And Fishy stomps Bedge on the swing. Gets the round there for his team, who are now going to move to overtime match point here. And big round 4. Altered Reality finally managing to break the streak there of Insanity. These guys play Goyo, then just use them to constantly head glitch instead of playing it similar to Amira. Personally, my own opinion is Goyo needs to be used for wasting time and denying a bottleneck. It's not really built like Amira. If you wanna play a shield like Amira, you should just bring shield ops. I mean, sure, Goyo brings 2 shields instead of 1, but at the same time, those 2 shields can blow up. So, if you get stuck right on a shield, you are a dead man. Anyways, as you can tell, trying to defend, actually, the top floor, it appears, actually, pardon me, the basement would be Altered Reality. If I remember correctly, AR has yet to lose a round here on the site, so similar to top floor for Insanity, but we'll have to see if Insanity can pull off what seemed to be unimaginable and was actually done by Altered Reality last round, which was to win here on the site that is yet to be beaten, really, for one team. In this case, Altered Reality undefeated on the basement site. Will be doing their best here to actually win this next round. As you can see, setting up some of what we saw before, actually. Uses some angles here. Same sort of angles they were actually from, all the way from the blue wall, essentially, to closet to freezer, actually. So it gets a nice long angle. Also likely gives an angle from this laundry rotate area. And a blue elbow hole being played here, as well as it appears to be interesting. Mutual right on top of the shield. You don't normally see that. I don't know why they put that there instead of just putting it. Whatever. As you can see, Electroclaw being used there by Fishy to try and actually get that claw down. At think he was trying to also get this sidewall here into supply from Pillar. He'll be holding down Pillar. No shield to help him out. There's no Goyo in play. There is just a smoke. So only one shield. I don't know if you want to consider that fortunately or unfortunately, but unfortunately for Zed, taken down there by Bedge. Man advantage now favoring Insanity. Then now look to push this, actually, pardon me, this lobby. And Freezer side, it appears, are setting up their Nomad air jabs, indicative of a laundry push here. Do need to deal with that Mute Jammer actually on the, something right there, yep, on the laundry machine. Not that surprising. As well as a Mute Jammer right there, taken down actually by Ayoshuda. That would actually open up the opportunity of four Cactus Jack to open up that lobby hatch. Didn't really give them a lot though. So not a lot of surprise that they're going to opt against it. Save those two Selmas from being used, especially considering that they do have Deer as the Hibana 5v3 Bedge with a double kill there. Dylan's going to take down Tix. Tix actually trades him out. Dodo gets a kill there onto Cactus Jack and sends him actually packing 2v2 to 1v2. Double kill there from Fishy. And it's now looking at the end of the map. Jodo goes in and out there in surprising fashion. 8-6, map 1 will go to Altered Reality here on Oregon. I mean, it's just the way Goyo is playing it. He's just not doing it right. That's why you play some smart. True, very true mayhem for real. I'm gonna probably take a 5-minute break. All these teams chit chat, sub, whatever they need to do, and then I'll be back.
Yo, why is everyone leaving?
This is a BL3.
Hello? GG.
This is a BL. This is a
This is a
BL3.
Yeah, I know. One of them lagged out. I don't know why that kid left. Hold up. I'll talk to him.
GG's though. GG, what lead? Or good half.
GG.
If you've got time, send me more.
Yeah, I will. I gotta look at what else I have. What are we waiting on now?
Here to reset his out and game check, but he needs to do something else, so it'd be 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think the other one has to move his car.
I'm so fucking sweaty right now.
I thought you were gonna say you're tired. I'm like, dude, really? Of all times that you're tired, it's right now. I have another one for you. What time is it for you guys?
Alright, they're joining.
Jodo and
9:30.
Dylan. It's 9:30 right now? Fucking hell.
Did you mean to put
Yeah.
90 after reading?
What?
Did you mean to put 90 after reading?
Yeah.
38.
It means like a 90-degree angle. Where did my postcards go to? I wanted to. Did you put them in my drawer? Oh, actually, no, they're in my bag still. I got a Yorkshire card and a card for Hull that I'm gonna send back to my family.
Alright,
Taxi back?
make sure. No, hold up.
Am I good to
Is
start?
Escar? I think so. Is blue team ready?
Give us a minute.
Is everyone
He's
here on
still moving
our
his
team?
car right now.
Where's Tix?
I think
Jose,
Tix said he had to come with his car.
Yeah, he said he had to move his car real quick. He should go pretty fast. He said he would.
Okay, I'm back.
Jose, where's Jose?
Okay, so both teams are ready.
Our team is?
Yep.
Canadian, you here?
Start it whenever. Good luck.
Okay, I'm gonna start it at the 24:20 mark.
24:20.
Canadian, you here? Josh. Josh.
Good luck, have fun.
Yo.
Okay, we're back. Bada bing, bada boom. Map 2, most likely Insanity's pick. Theme Park, which is an oddity. You don't normally see that in competitive playing. But, alas, it is here. Now, recap of the first map. Oregon. It's a notoriously bad site, notoriously bad map for Insanity. But anyways, it was actually a surprisingly close game. I suppose Insanity either weaker competition or grew on that map, I guess, or both maybe. But did end up taking it all the way to overtime, but alas, 8-6. Altered Reality, the 2 seed prevailed, and it's now serious points here for Altered Reality. Going to put some additional pressure here on Insanity, in that they are now in a need-to-win situation here on this map. They have to win it. This is presumably their map pick. I don't know exactly, but I'm going to assume that it is. And they are going to be defending first, as they requested, so, or as likely Altered Reality requested, considering that it's Theme Park. This is a attacker-sided map. There is only, I'd say, one good site for the defense here, and that's Armory and Throne. After that, it's just see when you can pick up. Because after that, it's really difficult to hold down sites here. So that is unfortunate for them. Anyways,
Defenders, protect your bombs.
on to the actual map here. So we'll be interested to see how these two teams tackle it. And I have not seen a theme park match, pardon me, in a while. The last time I think I saw it was actually Reality versus Calibre Envy for the Nefarious League, and that was 8-7 for Reality. So that was a really close one, and we'll be interested to see how close this one goes. Why are you casting this D7 game? Because I got requested by Jodo.
Bomb located by attackers.
Jodo asked me to cast this game, so I am.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb. Camera deployed.
Why are honestly, Quez, you talk a lot. I think I should just say that, and I'm gonna leave it at that. We're interested to see how, or to take a look at now, considering that we're about 30 seconds into the round itself. Take a look at how Sammy has set themselves up. Does have the mute there, as well as a bandit, so bringing double denial allows them to actually rather effectively keep these walls closed. Does have the always pick Jaeger, and then the sort of holy trinity of wall/intel denial. In Bedge with the Vigil, Deer14 Magical with the Mozzie, and then his own dynamic duo in Tix with the Mute. 4v5 though, Zed picks up the first kill of this map on Tukak Jack. I think he got the first kill actually in the first map. I might be wrong on that, but he gets a double now onto Bedge as well. 3v5 here. Looking for a 30, gets it, takes the head right off of Deer14 Magical. Ayashuda takes the last two left here. Outnumbered more than 2-1 now actually against. On the reality, obviously Zed and 1 health could very well be stunt packing here, but does have the ability to set up some vertical for his team and look for a potential fourth. I mean, he has already blown this match wide open for his team, and put them in a position where they can very easily actually win this round. Not necessarily win this map, considering that it's so early on, but still. Will be interesting to see how Tix and I should attempt to punch this up, actually spotting presumably the Maverick there. Fishy did use just a tiny bit of gas to actually take down that Mute Jammer there. We'll be actually doing the same now, it appears, to try and deal with the Mute Jammer, actually just setting up just a dot, really. And then while looking for some sort of sight line here, set up a second, and we'll be looking now to actually frag that, throws it over, to no avail, doesn't hit anybody, doesn't hit anything. Still, vertical being played here by Altered Reality. Does have the Ash charges, the breaching charges that have been used. 2v3 Canadian TK's Jono, which is odd. And Tix gets a double kill on the Dylan and Fishy. 2v2 now. And just like that, the man advantage of Altered Reality is vaporized thanks to the third TK we've actually now seen from Altered Reality. And Jesus Christ, these teams need to stop shooting each other in the stop shooting their own teammates, not stop shooting each other. To me, that is quite literally their job. Need to stop shooting each other in the foot. Quad kill from Zed. Just wipes takes right out. Just Ayashuda. 2v1. 1v1. Ayashuda takes down Canadian McBacon. 5 seconds left. Zed. Low health here. Trying to find Ayashuda. Sprints right into the sights of Ayashuda, who denies him the ace and gets his team the opening round here. 1-0 Insanity with the opening round here in the opening lead on Theme Park. And my oh my, that was so close for Zed. I think it was just a silly play there for him to sprint at where somebody could be. But still. Anyway, he's actually on to the next round here. 1-0, early advantage, obviously could be reversed by the next round, and considering that we had essentially a seesaw match in the last map, we could very well see it again here on Oregon, just a different map, bit of a different thing, but still, come on, Tix. So we do have a specific Tix fan here. We have a Tix cheerleader, I guess. Speaking of Tix, he's been pretty consistent fragger here on the support, which I know is an oxymoron. I'm aware that it makes no sense. In it making no sense is the answer to your question. It's because he's been playing Ace, he's been playing Mute, he's been playing very, I'd say, supporty, more passive operators, and yet it still works for him. He's still able to actually get kills with it. He was the only person to pick up a kill in the opening round, actually, of the Oregon map, thanks to taking the head right off of Fishy as the Zofia now. So it's interesting to note that that is happening here. And Moonwalking Jodo, that is, that's not good for him. Just on a random note here. And, yeah. Okay, Dylansky down there. Don't know exactly how. I think he fell off the roof. That is my guess. That is unfortunate because that brings him down to 20 health and not even a bullet being fired from Insanity in his direction. The bullets might start flying soon, considering that first line of defense for Insanity, at least on that side there of yellow, it'd be Deer 14 Magical holding down Yellow Hall and also waiting. Does actually fall back, it appears. Now going to rotate around to Bunk and almost spots actually the Zofia. Fishy on the repels. Fishy certainly spotted him, or at least bits of him. Didn't actually get to turn him into bits though. Only got to scare him just a little bit. He'll now be trying to deal with this almost pincer being set up here. Obviously not really being pushed, but certainly could be soon by the attacking team of Virtual Reality. Canadian will lose a lot of health there to Brazilian Ayoshuda. Ayoshuda also losing some health there, but still favoring the Bandit instead of the Mavericks. And if they do lose that Maverick, especially this late in the round, without him making any sort of impact, without him using any Mav gas, it would be really bad for them. Zed once again going to push forward here. Actually throws out a Nitro and takes Zed right out of this game. 5v4, man advantage favoring Untitled Reality, and it could very well be a 5v2 soon, considering that Dylansky is right around the corner of Ayoshuda. I don't think Ayoshuda really realizes he's holding the angle there. Spots the Thermite there. Dylansky tries to take him down. Actually, will fall back, it appears. Just holding an angle at this point, waiting. 30 seconds left. Canadian might have to rotate around as Jodo is still moonwalking his way to the building. Actually, 4v4. Dylansky will take down Ayoshuda, and Fishy silences Tier 14 Magical. 3v4, man advantage favoring the attacking team, but Jodo Time is still having some issues with his ping. Jesus, he's at 3,000 ping. I feel bad for him. The poor chap. 10 seconds left, low time, 3v3. Jodo has to leave. I'm going to pause after this round. Nitro goes out from Pixis to take down Fishy, and that is almost guaranteedly the round. Dylansky and Canadian try to push in, but get turned into mincemeat there by Bedge and Cactus Jack. That'll be the round for Insanity. 2-0 now on Theme Park. Oh. I'm gonna have to pause for him. Well, since we're waiting, anybody want to ask any questions? AMA time. Just to wait this out. Sorry for it being silent, guys. It's just I don't have anything to really yell about here. If he doesn't return by... I swear. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Division 2 of Midnight League. Okay. I'm still waiting. Please, just please return. That way I don't have to keep you all waiting here, because that's not what I want. I don't want to have to keep you all waiting here. I want to get you all going, get you all excited here. But alas, can't really. Ugh. He said D7 game I'm weak. Quiz, you hit diamond once. I verifies. I'm not gonna wait much longer, guys. I promise you all. At most, I'm giving it until 10:05. Alright, I guess it unpaused automatically. Whatever. And we're back. So, those of you who have left, hopefully you return. Twice, get it right. What happens if he doesn't show up? That's why you're watching them.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
I'm
bomb.
not gonna lie, these teams is... If you think they're bad, then why are you watching, bro? But 4v5 here for Altered Reality is gonna make it difficult for them.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
Adding some protection from grenades. Perimeter defense active. Securing the view. Camera deployed.
I'm done waiting. Peace. Escargot. Hope you have a good stream. I literally started it up. Jesus Christ, man. Literally, I started it up. Honestly, bro. Honestly.
A bomb has been located.
4v4, Dylan takes down Deer, and we have the first kill of the game, of the map since Jodo left, since we had to take a 9-minute pause. I am really sorry to you all for that 9-minute pause. wanted to give something relatively fair to the two teams, so ended up with that. Fishy looking to try and actually take something out, trying to flash the, presumably that's the my over there. I should have taken down my Canadian with a frag grenade, and that actually would have been the one my. He is just now stuck in a corner. 3v3 actually. Cactus Jack, not Cactus Jake, takes down Fishy. It's just Dylan, Zed, Canadian versus Tix, Veg, and Cactus Jack. Tix, however, gets a kill on a Zed. So just Dylan and Canadian. And my oh my, what is even going on here for Altered Reality? I'm very confused here, I suppose. But, Jesus. And since Joe has finally managed to return, I will actually I'm having to wait for that, and he is in. I wasn't even sure, so that's why I just waited a bit longer. Probably a bit too long, so I'm sorry for boring you all, though. All there at home, but at least we're back. At least we're here. At least two of you, supposedly, yup, two, are here. And hopefully that helps sort of stop the bleeding for Altered Reality, but it has been messy for them. I mean, jeez. They do have to go to the strongest side again for Insanity, which ended up being a 1v1 at the end, but then second round, you know, Joda spent basically the entire round doing a moonwalk. And then he crashed, and we had to wait 10 minutes, and then it's been a while. We've only gone through 3 rounds, which is kind of embarrassing. But, anyways, it is just sad how long this has taken, due to the fact that we had Jodo crash, and then it was a 4v5, so now at this point, in the hole, pretty deeply is... Obviously, Altered Reality, admittedly, they're on attack, so they should have either a 3-3 or a 4-2 half favoring them. But no matter what, they're not going to emerge from this first half, this attacking half, with a round advantage. They're going to either be even or they're going to be down. So not looking so great for them. We'll have to see how they do here. Again, on the first floor, the only real first floor site we're not going to count drug and storage, considering that nobody ever goes there unless they're memeing. Fishy lowered, presumably by DEFUSER Magical, who's actually holding just a very tight angle there in Cash Corridor through Cash to that sort of Cash balcony. 4v5 is Canadian will actually drag away Veg. That is the Vigil, one of the two roamers of Insanity, and it appears that DEFUSER Magical is actually rotating around or maybe looking for something else. Still Cactus Jack on the roam though, so we see a 3-man roam actually from the defending team. Deer are going to rotate down here, so is closer to site now. Is certainly wasting time, has obviously lost some health, but has certainly taken as much, if not more, health from What's Reality, and takes a life too. Finishes off Fishy there for a 4v4, keeps it even for his team, which is what he was aiming for. And when it comes to an explosive, you don't even have to aim, you just have to get it in the right area. He did. Earns his team a trade and an evening of the numbers. Trade in a way, I would say. 3v4, Dylan takes down DR14 Magical, and that is another man advantage situation now, going the way of Altered Reality. So, alas, it was, I'd say, to an extent in vain, Dylan getting the double kill for his team, showing up with the Fragmite, and it appears that Jodo might be AFK. I can't exactly tell. I don't know if it's him lagging out of his mind, or if he's just AFK. I don't know. But that does make it a 3v3. 3v... Yeah, I was about to say 3v2, but it's actually 3v3. Dylan looking to open up that wall there. Is jammed, however. I'm not sure how he didn't realize that. I mean, you hear it. 3v3 now as Zed falls at the hands of Tix. Might be another kill coming out soon, considering Canadian almost reached left him in there just for a simple mute hammer. Didn't even hit it. Jesus. Do need to now have Dylan actually go down and grab it, but does actually now have the ability to. 15 seconds left. Jodo leaves, so I'm gonna wait like a minute. Dylan lower there, but does get the double kill actually. Not a triple kill, just a double. And 5 seconds left. Canadian gonna look to push into sight. Dylan will be down with the Nitro. Cactus Jack finishes off Canadian, and that's the round there for Insanity, who are now up 4-0. Altered Reality yet to score a round. Insanity yet to lose a round here on normally an attacker-favored map here in the theme park. But Jesus, I mean, I'm gonna wait 2 minutes, considering that that's a 5. Thank you to the two. I got some extra viewers. Yeesh. So thank you all for sticking around. Just give an update. It's 1-0. It's 1-0 here for Altered Reality. They won the first map, which was Oregon. Luckily, an Altered Reality pick. Actually, 8-6, which is a bit surprising considering the fact that Insanity usually loses 7-0 on that map. So now it is presumably Insanity's pick. 4-0. Insanity is currently. Canadian leaves as well. I have no clue what is going on here. I am not being told. I think I just got an update actually. And let me check it. And I have been told to rehost. So ladies and gentlemen, I would take you all to break. I don't have that though, so you all are gonna have to just bear with me as we just rehost.
Hello?
Hello.
Can I start?
What,
I
dude?
I sure
What,
hope
dude?
so.
I hope so too, in all honesty.
I'm dying here, man. I got 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah, we've played 2 rounds down a player.
Yeah.
I think you played 3, considering that Joda was
Yeah, because
moonwalking
you
in.
got the TK
Yeah.
in one round, didn't you?
Yeah, I'd say 3.
That's tough.
Alright, I'm about to start. If you guys need me, ping me.
Orange team's all good. I mean, blue team's all good.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I was about to say.
Shut
Oh
up,
shit,
dude.
yeah.
Honestly, I am so done with this. Okay.
For an entire fucking round.
Okay, you
Alright.
have blue set to defense, right? And you have it
Yes.
set as blue team has just won. What was this site called? Armory.
Yeah, armory.
Hopefully,
He knows what
hopefully.
he's doing. He's a
And I'm just
professional at what he
asking.
does.
Yes, he is a professional. Yes, he is a professional. I'm just asking. Not trying to knock the man on any or anything.
Just get your 5th in here, and then I'm starting it.
Okay, I'll call him. What is he doing? He was literally here 5 seconds ago. Bird. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Good luck.
Not talking
Ping me
about-
if you need me to pause.
Good luck, have fun.
Finally, folks, we are back from being back. We have been gone for a while. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. And I screwed up. God damn it. This is frustrating. Honestly, I just please get this over with. Thank you to the 5 people. I did. My name is Edwin anyway. Standard. Okay. I forgot Vans. I know. I just wanted to get the round history set up because I had to rehost simply because I put it in I got one player from each side in, and I put it in from where they were, but for no good reason, they switched around, so I ended up giving it 4-0 to Altered Reality, and while I'm sure Altered Reality liked that, it's not how it's supposed to be going. So, simply because they were stupid, I had to rehost.
Defenders,
I am livid right now. When did this game origins start?
BDD mounted. Let them come. Device primed. Keep an eye on them.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds left before insertion.
The walls been reinforced.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Position device. Watch these. Device placed. Wing trapped. Stay clear of blast zone. Ready. Ambush set.
I'm trying to check something.
Jammer initiated.
Apparently I got the sites wrong, but it's not even true. We are on the 5th round, and how it has gone is Armory, Initiation, Bunk, and then Armory. I literally set the 4th round to be Armory Blue Win, which is how it went. 4v5, Dylan will actually get the first kill of this free host on 2 Deer 14 Magical. There goes the Capcan. I am frustrated right now, guys. I am sorry. 2 hours and it's only 4. And we've gone through one map though, so I would have quit casting. No, it wasn't even 8:30. It was literally a 4v3 where Bang can get a double kill actually on the Canadian and Fishy. Actually switches the tides here, evens it up. Well, not even evens it up. Switches the man advantage to his side. Now Dylan will be down, not out just yet, but is down at the hands of Edge. This is probably Insanity's strongest map. Or one of their strongest maps, considering how badly Altered Reality is doing on him. Even though the Altered is in a bit of a rut, but still. Oh, okay, at least you got one done. I'm sorry, yada yada yada. Just fix your Wi-Fi. I'm just frustrated in general, not not particularly at 4, but not particularly at you. 4v5. Ticks down Zed. 4v1. Cactus Jack will wipe out Dylanski to just Server, the newest player for Altered Reality. Gets taken down by Ticks from long range. That's the mute shotgun. But yeah, it was scheduled for 8. So it has been 2.5 hours, and we have gone through what? Out of a minimum of 14 rounds and a maximum of what? 45? We're currently on the 6 plus 14 is we're on the 20th. So we are 20 out of a maximum of 44. We're almost halfway. But yes, this is an annoying game. In case you cannot tell, because of these teams.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Okay, yeah, so I did somehow manage to screw that up. Which is really annoying, considering the fact that you rehost twice.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds remaining. Attackers' objective is to defuse a bomb.
At least our games are easy host, but apparently not D70 matches. I don't approve of you doing the ego, but at least it's true. You know, I appreciate that it is true. Somehow that got... Okay, so somehow I did screw up the sites. So...
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
5v4, D14 Magical takes down Fishy, so there goes the Thermite, and it's not looking so great here. It looks like this could very well be a perfect half, actually, for Insanity, and this is certainly the strongest map. Yeah, Zed takes out Badge, shuts him up. D14 Magical is yet to be silenced, though. Trying to hold down Cash rather aggressively here against Zed. Don't know how effectively that's going to go. Tries to knife. I don't even know what's going on here. Zed has to reload. Doesn't matter, though. He reloads just in time to wipe out Tier 14 Magical. 3v4 now. Actually, man advantage favoring Altered Reality, so it could very well be a 5-1 split, but even then, it's a 4-round advantage favoring the then attacking team of Insanity, so it could really go that way. Depending on how this turns out for the Canadian, might be looking for something, but alas, we're taken out from behind by Cactus Jack, and now there's no hard reach for Altered Reality. All they have is doorways, windows, and soft walls. Honestly, even though they messed up as a team, I wouldn't even care. I'd want the map to be over. Yeah, at this point, I just want to get this map over and done with and dusted. Because at this rate, it seems like it will be over very soon. Because currently, Altered Reality is a mess. I mean, they don't seem to have an IGL, in all honesty. They're sort of disjointed. They're doing whatever. They're not really trying to push strategically, and since this seems to be Insanity's map choice, 3k from Zed takes down Cactus Jack, shuts him off the roam, but 20 seconds left will favor Rabang and Tix, the last two left. Tix almost gets his head taken out there by Zed, who got a 3k, and Server runs in for 1, might be trying to get a second, actually gets 2, looking for a third, gets 3, almost. Rabang takes it from him, but very close there between the two of them. Clutching up that round in a perfect half there by Insanity, who will have 6 opportunities at minimum to win this game. They are up 6-0. In this entire map, there has not been a single round won here by Altered Reality. They have yet to put themselves on the scoreboard. It is just an ugly look for them.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Attackers have located a bomb. Deployed and ready to go. Loading the magazine. 10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb. Please divide it. Reloading! Reloading! Mine flying up.
Okay, anyways, I think Insanity might be memeing just a bit here. I don't know, because I can't tell if they're memeing or they're trying to just put them away now, or if on the other side, on the Altered Reality side, if they're like seriously trying here to get a very big comeback. If I'm their IGL, if they come back, I'ma pray for you, because that's another like 30 to 60 minutes. Bro, it would be an extra 30, it would be an extra half hour. If they managed to do a full comeback, that would be basically an extra half hour. Scan coming out from Deer to actually sort of freeze up some stuff. I have no clue what just happened with my screen. Flashbang's going out here from Insanity as they try and push the initiation side. Nobody in there though. That'd be somebody below it, but they can't do anything vertically considering that is hard floor. All they have to really worry about, however, is nobody on the top floor, except for Dylansky, who will be pushed down. Does lower Cactus Jack, but is worse for wear there, about probably 15 health, I'd estimate. Over on Dragon Stairs, just proning there, a bit interesting of an angle to hold. Who won first map? Altered Reality.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. Reloading! Drone active. Torch ready to go.
Now, about 50 seconds left here. Hatch being opened there over in Catch Dash, thanks to some fuel from Cactus Jack, a member of Insanity, yes. You can confirm that. I cannot confirm that. 4v5, though, Dylan will first drop blood this round. 4v4, Deer 14 will trade him out. 4v3, Tix gets another kill down to Zed. Man advantage favoring the attacking team now. 30 seconds left, though. Low time here for Insanity. Need to make a move soon. However, need to deal with Fishy, though. If they do decide to push that blue side, they do need to take him down. 4v2, Veg will take down Canadian. Up to just the last two. Tix gets the 3K on the game. Goes to Insanity. Perfect game here for Insanity. 7-0 versus Altered Reality. And I'm going to take about a 5-minute break and give these teams about 5 minutes. Make their subs, talk to each other, talk to their own teammates, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. I'll be back soon. This has been Midnight League. Insanity versus Altered Reality.
definition of humble. I couldn't feel myself every now and then. Good half, good half.
Alright. Let's make sure we got bans this time, you know. Right.
Bro, we have to ban. Shut the fuck up.
No, I'm joking. It's all good, it's all good. You just play it.
Yeah, it was tough. Basically gave you guys 4 free rounds, and then we didn't win any
4?
of that either.
Like
Yeah.
3.
Remember, they didn't have a
'Cause
team.
they had 4.
We didn't have a team at all. We had
Yeah.
4.
Oh, sheesh.
It was basically a 4v5 for the first 4 rounds.
It's good, it's good.
Very unfortunate.
No, I
on
lost
the A side.
darts, bro.
Bro, are you really worried about darts? I know you better be talking about on iMessage. If not, you're going outside.
I am talking on iMessages. Do not
Okay.
forget. Bro, I had one and I like whiffed it so hard.
Dear,
Go on party chat real quick, Missy.
No, big baby.
The next map is Cafe, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be.
it's Cafe.
Wait, who
Dude,
was the
it's
Ash?
That was me.
Oh, unfortunate, dog. I had to use a bullet hole on you one time. I had to. I'm sorry.
When?
It was dirty. When we were holding before the rehost.
When?
Yeah, on Blue Door.
Is Cargo here?
Are you sure it was Ash that you killed?
Yeah, I killed an Ash. On round 4, I killed an Ash.
I do not remember getting bullet holed at all.
Well, someone got bullet hole. They dropped arcade.
Yeah, it
Okay,
wasn't
no.
me.
Who was Zed? I hate you, bro. Like,
I was
did you,
Ash.
wait, did you have a no? First round, did you have a drone on me when you pre-fired me off the hatch?
Yeah, when I dropped, I
Bro,
I'm like,
that's how you
do
guys
know
got
it's
raped.
there,
Oh
bro?
my god.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
I
drop in
fucking
midair.
destroyed you guys. That was
I
that was a
know,
good
bro. I'm like,
Alright, 1
I
minute.
literally-
First round,
yeah,
I got
your
droned
head.
by 5 different drones. Then I get pushed from 3 different people. I get
Bro,
dropped.
you guys got fucking raped.
I
up
was shooting
there.
every drone I could possibly shoot, and I was just getting pushed out by everyone, and it was like...
Every
so
other
annoying.
round,
Trying to get me
every
cashed
other
out.
round, our Steam was kind of just gone. But the very first round, if Joda wasn't lagging, I think that round would have gone a bit better.
So
in
who
our
team
favor.
killed who?
I team killed
Joda
Joda
was
because he was
lagging.
lagging and he was our hard breach. He was our only
And
hard
had the
breach.
defuser.
He had 3,000 ping and he had the hard.
Bro, I was at like
inside the
fucking
building.
5k ping on Oregon, bro.
Yeah,
Oh
same.
my
We were
god.
both lagging on Oregon.
He was rubber banding so fucking hard. I just had to.
I saw that
asked if
shit
he
on the
wanted.
camera, bro. He was stuck
I-
outside. I'm like,
He was stuck outside for the whole round.
No, we're not switching.
Okay.
So I had to go team kill him to get the defuser, but then that was a hard breach gone. So then we just had to funnel through the fucking doorways into site, and that was awkward as fuck.
Yes, especially on that
And
site.
then-
That site's
yeah.
unfortunate as fuck.
The entire game he was there, he had 3,000 to 6,000 ping. And
Wait, did you guys have a
I was
Maverick
also-
as well, though?
Yeah, I was Maverick
Yeah.
every
Why
now
did
and
you
then.
Maverick trick it?
I was trying. Well, the very first round I wasn't Maverick. Fishy was,
Oh.
and then after that I switched to Maverick, and I was trying to Maverick trick. But I'm
I
EU,
mean, like,
so my
make the
ping
wall soft.
is
Yeah, I mean, like,
fucking-
make the wall soft.
Yeah, I know. I tried to go for that when the very I think it was the last fight. Someone said that Jaeger was stuck in break, and then there was 2 of you left alive outside of Jaeger. So I thought that it was Jaeger roaming in break room. He was stuck in there because we had bunk, and then 2 of you on site. So I was gonna Maverick trick the wall, go on the yellow wall. And as soon as I started Maverick tricking the yellow wall, Jaeger flanked me, and I was like, "Dude, Jaeger's not fucking break."
I just moved to pillar to play on the box. I'm like, I swear to God, if Maverick maps this shit, you start Maverick
Yeah.
it. I'm like, fuck. I started to leave, and then Jaeger just kills you. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
thank God.
I thought we had complete map control by then, so I was
no,
like,
dropped
I was
that,
like, oh,
'cause
I'm
you guys
safe.
drone me out up top, and I dropped the hatch in blue, and then I
Yeah,
ran
we
over
didn't.
to the lab.
Whoever was droning you, I think it was Dylan. He didn't know that the hatch was open.
Bro, that
All
hatch
game,
hold, I got
my-
dropped every time.
My ping was 100 to 400 all game too. It wasn't fun.
Man's delayed.
Yeah. Where's Escargot?
Can
Can we
we,
please
can
get
we
this game
start?
going? It's like, it's 3:45 in the morning.
Wait, what? Where do you live at?
He's
I live in the
he's
UK.
Oh, damn.
E.
So our
Yeah, that's why
sides
his ping is
just
below-
blue attack,
below 100.
orange defend for this map.
Oh, can we
Wait,
defend?
didn't we? Yeah, we.
Just
Wait,
Yeah,
do we not know who's
It
defending
don't
first?
matter.
Yeah,
We
it
can
does
defend first, blue team.
Sorry.
okay. So
No, but I want to
orange
play Ash. I
attacks.
don't want to play Smoke yet.
No, shut up.
You don't have a say in this. You messed it up already.
How did I
Okay.
mess it up?
Round 3, Cafe, Altered Reality will attack first. Are both teams ready?
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
Alright then.
Ready.
Fishy, are you here?
Alright. Good luck, boys.
Yeah. Good
Good
luck.
luck.
Okay, we're on to map 3. In this best of 3 series, in a way it is now best of 1. Whichever team wins this moves on. I have no clue who they would face. I don't know what exactly our bracket looks like. I think they would face the winner of the 4 versus 5 matchup, though I'm not 100% sure on that part. I'm gonna see if I can figure it out. Just so you're all aware. Let's see. But anyways, on to the third map of Cafe. I've been here for a while. Let's see, how long exactly has my stream been up? Let's check it. What in the world is Escargot solo casting? Question mark. You could have asked me to run some basic production. I didn't think you would want to, man. That makes me happy. Thank you for saying that. Honestly, thank you. I'll make sure to ask next time. 2 hours, yeah. But thank you, Terry. Much appreciated. I have been live for a while, 2 hours and 2 maps, so I suppose we're on average pace. And Terry, to fill you in and fill anybody else in that hasn't been here the whole time, we have Season 2, Division 2 Midnight League playoffs, quarterfinals / qualifiers, whatever you want to call it. First round action. We have the number 2 seed attacking currently, Altered Reality, versus the number 7 seed defending currently, Insanity. Insanity picked up a very, very strong win in the second map on, actually, Theme Park. Ended up winning that, 7-0. Perfect map. Especially for, like, a playoffs game. Yeah, I would appreciate that. I'll make sure to hit you up when I get another playoff game to do. But the other thing that I was gonna say is, first map was presumably the pick of Altered Reality. They had a very close game. It was 2-3 halves, and then in the final moments, final 3 rounds, actually Altered Reality pulled out 2 rounds to get an 8-6 win, and then actually right after that, in fact, we had a very quick and slow win there for actually for Insanity. The other team 7-0. We did have some rehosts, which slowed me down and annoyed me. But we are back to the third map. I wouldn't cast just run production. Maybe make fun of the teams. That's always fun. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with solo casting as long as I got the production. So I appreciate that, Terry. Thank you. And it is now into Cafe, which is the decider here. The team's also just decided on a map on a side just now. But interesting note here. Terry, you might find this interesting. I like making fun of teams. To an extent, I do too. I don't like doing it a lot, but if I think a team is doing really stupid stuff, I will make fun of the team. But just to compare the two, number 7 seed Insanity versus the number 2 seed, Altered Reality. 4v5. Takes get his head blown off there by Zed for an early man advantage here for Altered Reality. 5v4 and only about a minute in, so obviously could be quicker, could be slower. I'm going to be looking at the stats sheet, actually the standings sheet. Here, let me just compare some things. So, versus Bloodwolves B on Cafe Dostoyevsky, they both faced the same team. Insanity lost 7-4. Bloodwolves B lost 8-6. Versus Brothers Till Death, Insanity lost 7-1 on Cafe. Meanwhile, Altered Reality lost 7-4. So it appears that this is a stronger map for Zed and the rest of Altered Reality. Speaking of Zed, coincidentally enough, does take down Cactus Jack there. Dylan trying to do something here from below, it appears. Going to have to deal with that Malusi. I think they might be a bit confused as to where it actually is. It's elevated 2v5. Dylan will actually take one on the bedge. Dylan, however, Deer, pardon me, will get a kill there too, pardon me, onto Zed and Dylan. This is just him, as seeing as Rebang is down out there, thanks to Canadian, knocks his lights down. And now 3K from Deer, looking for the fourth, maybe does light up server, and TK from Canadian. We could very well see a 4K clutch here from actually Deer 14 Magical. Canadian, I'd say he screwed up. He TK'd his own teammate. He gave away that man advantage. And now Canadian looking for the plant here. Deer going to pressure forward here. Canadian looking to stick it, actually. If he does, that would be big for them. Now, as you can see, Deer trying to figure out where the Canadian is. Doesn't matter, though. Jackal, Canadian McBacon eludes Deer 14 Magical. Gets the round for his team. Opening round goes to Altered Reality, 1-0. So, as you can tell, neither of these teams have been able to actually win a... Neither of these teams... Why does Zed have pallets in a minute? Why does Zed have pallets in a minute? I don't know. Making fun of teams is the best part of casting PS4. You get to say out-of-pocket stuff. I don't even know why Insanity gave him pallets in a minute. Especially considering that they had a strategy, a mirror strat there. They had that set up, and that basically hinges around your team holding pallets in white. If you can't hold pallets in white, the mirror window is useless.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
But just a messy opening round there. It will be fun, though, to watch this happen. And I'm checking. Yeah, Jesus. So here's another interesting note here, just off the standings and statistics. Insanity has played, actually, of their regular season, half of it has been played on Cafe, and they have not won it a single time. They lost 8-7, 1-7, 7-4. Or 7-1, pardon me. But this seems to be a map that favors Altered Reality, but still, neither team is really good here. As you can tell, trying to hold down this first floor site would be actually Insanity switching around. And speaking of which, I remember Insanity, I think it was them, had an interesting match here on Cafe, where they did some interesting things with the Mira. They actually set up a Mira in Red Hall, did some castle sort of extensions here to help protect it, and they tried to play that Mira on Red Stairs with some Banshees over here. They have that same Banshee set up. Just now they don't have the Mira, even though the Mira is not banned. We saw it last round. Didn't make much of a difference last round. Just think it's why they're a bit more hesitant now to actually set that up. It'll be interesting to see, however, how they do. 5v4, Cactus Jack takes down Canadian McBacon for an early pick here. Early enough, about a minute in, so could be earlier, could be later. But still, losing that Jackal does lose a major roam clearing force for the team of Altered Reality. Makes it a bit harder for them. Also puts their remaining members sort of on the spot. Dylansky going to take down Tix, though. Takes down the Malusi, the Aruni. The Malusi of Cactus Jack is still on the board here, so it could potentially factor into later in this match, considering that he is on the deep roam here. All the way up on the top floor, looking for a flank, potentially. Is going to start eyeing it from that whiskey side, from those brown stairs. I think, realizing it potentially be Zed, he is holding around those stairs that might have rotated around. I can't exactly tell. 4v3, Deer 14 Magical wipes out Dylansky. And now, it is a man advantage favoring Insanity, actually. interestingly enough, 314 Magic with the floating red stairs, sort of where Tix was, is the Aruni trying to get another one. Spots actually Server, but Server lowers him 3v3. Zed will pick up Edge, but be traded there. Double kill from Deer onto Server. Looks for the third. He gets it. Fishy falls to the hands of Bang, and it is now 2-0. Not 2-0, 1-1. What am I even saying, folks? I don't even know. It is 1-1. These two teams have tied up already here on Insanity. This could be a banger of a map. We could see overtime again. Time to have fun on Zim and P3 lobbies. Wait, that's illegal. Anyways, we are almost halfway through this half. We are almost through a quarter of regulation. We are almost through a fifth of the entire match should we go to overtime. Personally, I don't want to go to overtime because it means that I have to stay up even later. But, you know, it would not be bad. Considering that this seems to be well, on not throwing my champ on grenade. And then once his red charm, you already got your red charm, bro.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Get a good look at that.
5v5, I don't even know why I'm focusing on piano. I suppose it's because near the site. We have top floor defense here from Insanity. They did lose on the side, unfortunately, but it was very close. Partially thanks to some screw-ups, actually, by the attacking team. Let's see if those same mistakes are made here. But interestingly enough, we are seeing only the top floor mirrors in play. We haven't seen it yet emerge on the bottom floor. Have to appreciate some attire choices there from Cactus Jack, but Bang, the other person with INS directly in his name, excluding Mayhem, who is not here, unfortunately, trying to hold down the side here, bringing 2 hard anchors in the Mira and the Maestro, also 2 3 armors, so sort of relegated to that by default. Not too surprising, considering the position that they're in. The Mira setup, I mean, personally, it's not going to work. We didn't see it work last time. It didn't really get any kills. It didn't waste any time. Might have scared Altered Reality, but it's really just... It's all Vark and no bite. Considering that this mirror right here can be taken out from vertical, as well as, I think, if I remember correctly, actually can taken out from this window. And Tix will be taken down there, actually, as well as Deer Forcing Magical getting a kill onto Dylansky. So there goes, as you can see, the sledge, but as well as the mute there of Tix. The two teams back to even. Cactus Jack will actually just swing and take down Fishy, so there goes the Ying, and there goes those Candelas there, unfortunately, for the attacking team. Man advantage favoring Insanity here. And now, the server looking for something on that cigar wall, as you can see, but they do have cigar shop control. Still not the best spot for them to be in. Zed falling the hands of, I believe, Bang. I might be wrong on that, though. And now, 2-to-1 ratio currently of Insanity players to actually Altered Reality players, at least in this round. It could very well be closed just a tad, but doesn't matter. 4-to-1 now. Deer will get a double kill. Looks for the third. He gets it. Canadian server. 2 of them added to his list of victims this round. And Insanity gets the round advantage once again. 2-to-1 versus Altered Reality. Why does Zed have pallets in a minute, you said? Why did you say that 8 minutes ago? And he has yet to get pallets again. And I'm gonna take a quick peek at the bans. I mean, nothing out of the blue. Thatcher and Kaid bans from the same side. Actually, from Altered Reality. I mean, a bit confusing. I don't know why you'd want to ban. Why you'd want to ban Thatcher and Kaid. I don't understand the Kaid part since you're attacking, but no. What am I saying? From Insanity. I don't understand why you'd want to ban the Thatcher, but not the Kaid. I suppose it's meant to sort of be a bit more of a Hail Mary, evens it up later on in the round, but obviously not the best considering that you're defending first, but even then, I mean, they're up 2-1. They could very well actually just sort of stop anything else from happening. They have shown themselves to be relatively effective on this map so far. Obviously could go sideways any moment now. We could see a 2-2 tie already, so that could really be setting the stage for the rest of this matchup. But don't know exactly. And anyways, actually onto the round itself, we do have a second floor. I was about to say first floor, but they've already won that. Insanity defending, reading and fireplace here, as you can tell. And Tix will be taking some damage there. Don't know exactly how, presumably from that window there over by fireplace, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Strong vertical hold being attempted here by, actually Insanity does have above that Goyo there with the Aruni Surya Gate and the mirror and the rotate. I was about to say 2 rotates, but they didn't do anything to that, over to that fence. So you can see, they also have 2 ADSs and another Goyo shield up top. Well, just one Goyo shield. They have the Goyo, not a Goyo shield up there. They, however, do not have that fireplace or laundry into a cocktail hatch soft or even open, so that means that should they get pressured, should Insanity get pressured above, Deer 14 Magic will fall there. Hands of Fishes, so there goes the person holding down all that utility, those 2 ADSs, half of Goyo's utility, and 2/3 of Jaeger's. All of that gone in a matter of moments. And just a flash, nobody else playing above. 3v5, Dylanski will wipe out Cactus Jack. And about half the round has elapsed. They've burned about 60 health from Fishy. And now the extension's empty. So they really was not all that effective. Zed down and out thanks to Bedge, though. Tix, however, was lowered there to just about 1 health. So he's now in a position similar to actually what we've seen from Zed. Here as the Ash Nitro goes out and takes Dylanski right out of that round. Jesus. Sent him flying, it appears. Now, Nadine going to try and push through that. Surya Gate presumably lost 30 health due to that. I think it's better than Fishy, considering Fishy is already a bit banged up. Now, it is a 3v3 here. Bedge using the iron sights on that Roni. I partially disagree with that choice, but it is his choice. Tix trying to hold down this middle of white section. He's getting droned out here. Needs to take down the drone or deal with being droned out. Does have a potential advantageous situation considering that he does have that shotgun and is in close range. 25 seconds left here for the Reality to make a move. They don't even have any sort of footing on site. They will drop actually into Train Museum. Canadian picks up an easy kill there on a Bedge. I don't think Bedge was even expecting that. Canadian now has control of Fireplace for another one, potentially onto Rabang. Doesn't matter though as Rabang picks it up, gets an assist there from Tix. And now rotating around here, 2v1 though. Tix gets a double kill, 3k on the round almost. Takes down Server as well as Fishy. Helps out his teammate, distracts him just long enough to gun them both down. 3-1 now. Side sweep from Insanity. Not exactly a side sweep, obviously, did get interrupted. But still, they have now won every single objective here, at least once. So, no matter what, Altered Reality will not be going into their defending half with a man advantage. They'll be going either even or at a man disadvantage, man down, in other words. Will be interesting to see how Insanity looks to capitalize on this. They are in a advantageous position, considering the fact that they are now 3-1, so they have nothing to lose here. They have everything to gain. So, with that in mind, I think Insanity is just going to try and push it, considering that they now have access to Kitchen, which is a site that they ended up winning, if I remember correctly. So, will be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see how that goes for them. And now, on to the next round, which is, as I mentioned, a kitchen defense here. I'm not all that surprised by the lineup. I mean, we saw Tix as the Rooney last time they went here, and he's actually reinforcing the hatch. For a second, I hallucinated and thought that he was reinforcing a hatch all around the top floor, but that is wrong. This is reinforcing a proper hatch, a hatch that will deny any attempts from Altered Reality to push this freezer side. So, not too surprised to see that happening. Obviously, you know, sometimes I've seen an Oryx actually open up this hatch and just play around it with it open. We're not seeing that. We haven't seen an Oryx in eons. Unfortunately for them. Unfortunately for me, not unfortunately for them. I don't think they really care. It's just kind of sad that we haven't seen an Oryx. No Red Oryx. Red Oryx makes me sad. Tix was on death's door, yes. He was low. He was dangerously low. That could have gone south very quickly. It could have been 2-2. But unfortunately, time caught up there to the attacking team. And time is something that favors, actually, the defense. In case that isn't obvious enough, Tix will get a kill there onto Fishy. However, Zed will trade him out. But I think, at this point, I mean, that is a perfect trade. You lose prosthetics, so you lose the ability to open up a hatch and make certain sightlines and walls at this point, but, I mean, it's a minute and 20 in. I don't know how you haven't already made those. And in exchange, you take out the hard breach. So they now have no way to get through hard walls. They have to push through soft walls, and vertical, and doorways and windows. So it is really looking like a difficult spot for them. Canadian taken down there by Deal 14 Magical for a 4v3 now. Looking really bad here for Altered Reality. I mean, they're down to essentially just their Flex and Dolinski, I'd say, as the IQ, and then their two entries in Zed and Server. You could argue that they're running a 3-2 or a 3-1-1 or whatever, but they're running a rather assertive lineup here. Zed does some vertical here with the Ash Charges. Server mainly in charge of that, though, with the Sledgehammer. Dolinski did actually pick up a kill there onto Deal 14 Magical. Stop that vertical from going any further, but still. 3v3, even number situations, so Sanity does not have any sort of cushion when it comes to numbers. They just need to play around each other well, and actually trade, etc., win gunfights, but they are in a good spot, tactics-wise, as Rabang turns Server there into the newest member of Team Rocket. Actually just sent him, I want to see, yeah, he went gone. 1v2, Zed will get a kill on over Bang. Collective Shock falls as well at the hands of Dolinski. It's to just Bedge. 1v2, he has to deal with Dolinski and Zed both pushing the same side here. Looking for a plant, potentially low time. Bedge still wanting the same angle. Does hear that interference from the Malusi. Zed now looking for the plant. If he can stop the plant, that would be the end of the round. And it does take it out. Oh my! Bedge with a picture perfect clutch there to get the round for Insanity. Oh my god. Jesus. 4-1. In this entire half, we have seen one round, the Terry. We have seen one round go the way of Altered Reality. The rest of it has been all for Insanity. And this is a map where the scores have been worse for Insanity on this map than it has for Altered Reality against the same enemies. So it is mind-numbing how this is going. So wrong for Altered Reality, but anyways, the thing that I was going to say is, why, you may ask? That's because Altered Reality doesn't have an IGL anymore. Their IGL before, which was Jodo Time, the notorious Monty main, he ended up turning into Michael Jackson, and his Wi-Fi crashed in the middle of map 2. So they lost their main IGL. I don't know if anybody else has stepped up to take his place. I certainly hope so, but, you know, they don't have their normal IGL now, so it's going to be difficult for them. It certainly has been. And they are now in a bad spot. They will be going on to defense, so that is a point in their favor. And looking at a below average to bad final round here, or split, pardon me, which is sort of influenced by this final round. But no matter what, they're going to be down by minimum 2 rounds, if not by 4 rounds. If this goes to Insanity, if this is 5-1. And this has been, what, I'd say a fairly even fight? Not so, even though when Tix falls, a Zed will pick him up off of that sort of ventilation unit over there. And as you saw, just took him down really early on. And that is unfortunate for Sanity. Losing a moderately influential player, considering that he is support. This early on without having any impact on the round makes it difficult, especially considering that we saw him clutch up on that first floor site. But Bedge does show up and show out, takes out the IQ there. The sort of uncounterable operator. I mean, there is no counter to IQ other than not using electronics and shooting her in the head. I think that is the solution to every operator, is shooting them in the head. Thermite charge going to be used there by Fishy as he tries to push into Cigar here. Getting some assistance there on the drone by Canadian. And now as you saw, Cactus Jack as the Maestro. I don't know why he's not trying to man that mirror instead of manning. Well, he's trying to man the mirror. He could also man his Evil Eye, but it can't man both at the same time. Bedge gets a double kill on the Zed. Man advantage now favoring Insanity here, and we could very well have a 5-1 split in half. Canadian server. Fishy trying to push this, this cigar shop side. There goes one of the Evil Eyes of Cactus Jack. He's trying to push that mirror window, but alas, somebody did get past him. That somebody would be Fishy, actually eyeing just a nice little stroll down that no man's land in Whitehall. Canadian, the other one left after Server was taken down. Don't know exactly how, but he was wiped away, so it's now going to be difficult here for the 2 remaining members of Alternate Reality. 4v1, the last one left is Fishy, and he'll be silenced there by Bedge for a 3K. Cactus Jack picking up Canadian. It is now, as you can see, 5-1 for Insanity. This game is wide open for them. All they have to do is just not mess up here. Just pick up 1 round and they're at server. They're at series point. But overall, if any team gets to that point, then they are at series point. This is the 3rd map. There's no going back now. There's no more mistakes that they can afford to make. They need to just win some rounds here and put it away. I think that's what Insanity will be trying to do now. They are on attack, so it'll be a bit more difficult. But then again, that's where that ban that they had brought in, actually, that Kaid ban, will come into play. That'll make it easier for them to open up some walls here. So presumably they're pretty comfortable with Maverick or Twitch or Cali or whatever else they're going to bring. Or Vertical. Since they did ban that Thatcher. The other bans being Montagne, Monty, Montaigne, however you want to call him, and Valkyrie. Those 2 pretty vanilla bans, I'd say. Not all that surprising. Especially considering that there used to be a Monty main on Altered Reality in Johto. He is currently setting this out after he turned into basically Michael Jackson in the middle of Theme Park. So they had to play 3 rounds without him. So it's unfortunate for them here, and we're finally reaching essentially the end of this match. I mean, we're at the 7th round out of 15 at most, so we have at maximum, say, 8 or 9 more rounds. But considering how only 1 more round needs to be won here by Insanity for them to actually put it on series point, you know, that is very well possible here. We'll be interesting to see how Altered Reality responds to this, but it is a mess on Altered Reality's front. Speaking of these 2 teams, I'm going to take a look at the scoreboard now. 5-1, Insanity with a strong lead. 5-6-10, 3-3 for Insanity. For Altered Reality, it is 6-5, 2-3-1. That concludes the scoreboard session. Or the scoreboard portion of this swap at half. Speaking of swapping, this is a defender favored map. Defender favored, sided, favored, favored. Fishy will get the first kill of this half, however, it does take down Tix. But even then, even without Tix, they still managed to make it work. I don't think that's going to really work anymore, though, if Fishy gets the double kill on a Deer 14 Magical. And now, only the supports are left. Insanity running what appears to be just a 2-1-2, that, or a 2-3. 3v4, though, Bedge stops Zed from getting anything else. Cuts him off of that run out there. However, Rabang will be down, not just yet, but is down. And finished by Delansky. 2v3, Cactus Jack picks off Server. for a double kill. And there goes the dock. There goes those 3 stems. It's unfortunate for, especially for Dylansky, considering that he is at essentially 20 health, essentially revive health. But, you know, it could be worse. Trying to check out the Twitch, but alas, that mirror window is already popped. Now Cactus Jack will throw in another drone. And, I mean, it would be risky, but potentially somebody could actually jump out or run out on him. He does have something, an air jab covering his immediate window, but nothing on that white hall window, so they could very well bring it to a 1v3 just by playing that smart there. Bad pushing the other side of the top floor. About a minute left here in the round, trying to make something happen, trying to make something appear, but I've yet to get anything yet. Do need to deal, however, with Fishy there, sort of sitting in the corner of Cigar, holding an angle now, waiting for it. Just needs to hold out just a bit, and he could really make an impact on the round. He already has, considering that he got that early 2K double kill. Same thing, just different ways to put it. Really uncoordinated first, and the other one makes more sense. 3K though from Fishy. We'll pick up a third there. Pick up the third onto Betch, and gets a 4K squad wipe from Fishy. We'll now bring it to 5-2. And a comeback being started here by Altered Reality. This could really go all the way. We on Escargot doesn't cast our games anymore. Laurent Félix Catine Petit Claire. Hopefully I pronounced that name correctly. The reason that I don't is because oftentimes the times that you schedule don't work with my schedule. Like I'm doing something then, or like I already scheduled a game then. Something is going on at the times that you are playing, so I cannot play then. I cannot cast for you then. If I could, I would. Trust me, absolutely. But I haven't had the opportunity to. I've had some sort of other conflict at that time that is of a higher priority, or I've had it for a longer amount of time, so I have to prioritize that. I have to keep up with my commitments. And so I haven't been able to.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
I'm sorry. Laurent Félix Catine Petit Claire.
Attackers have located a bomb.
But it's just scheduling, man. It's on me, partially. Whatever. And now, on to what you could, again, no, you don't like me anymore. What? What even does that mean? Dude, you're making me facepalm so hard. Honestly. Bro. Me like you. There. Just can't prioritize stuff on a whim. Can't cancel something that I've had for 3 days just because the team that I like has the game at that time, so I'm gonna prioritize them instead of you. It's even though I've had you selected for this amount of time, or you know, I have an inner left commitment, I have a lacrosse game that can't be like, oh hey coach, I'm gonna miss this game today just so I can go cast something online. Like, while I love the game, while I really enjoy casting, I'm gonna prioritize my real life over this. And you can say that, you know, oh, that's why you're bad. Sure, but I'm gonna prioritize something that's real over a game. Sad baguette noise. It's okay. It is okay. I'm gonna send you a dab to help you feel better. There. I'm JK, bro, don't feel bad. I'm gonna send you a get better dab. Or feel better dab, I think it's a better way to put it instead of a get better dab. Get better dab sounds toxic. Which is the opposite of what I'm trying to do right now. Tex holding an angle here actually onto Kochak. Interesting to see that emerge. Don't know if Zed has realized it, but he could very well be walking right into a trap. If he moves too close. Did I just... Yup. Canadian is running a suppressor on the AUG. My oh my. He is situated there in Bakery, so it could very well stop a Selma from going off. As you can see, the Selma throw-in or a bang ace trying to actually score here. Doesn't realize that somebody's around there. Spots likely the tip of Canadians gone there. Fishy takes down Bedge though. So it's 4v4. About even, I'd say. Canadian did get all his utility down, so not the worst, not the best. And now dropping into the site there would have been Deer, but he gets his head blown off there from Dylan. And now 3v3 actually takes one onto Zed, but Fishy will trade him for a double kill. And now Server gets one, gets two, and that's the round. For Altered Reality, 5-3 now. They're only down by 2 rounds, but then again, if Insanity wins a single round here, they're on serious point. And speaking of prior knowledge, it's 5-3. We're gonna have to see a second floor site here by Altered Reality. That will likely be won by the attacking team of Insanity. If it's not, then it's almost guaranteedly. That's almost guaranteedly game for Altered Reality. If it's won by Insanity, then it is going to be up to the next few rounds, considering that they would be at 6-3, and then Altered Reality would rotate back to their primary, secondary site of top floor or first floor. So after rotating back to those two, it would be 6-5, and then that final round of regulation of this third map would be on this objective. So it is down to how this round goes, and if depending on how this round goes, how actually that potential final round in regulation goes. And this is getting close. It is. There's obvious comeback potential here from Altered Reality.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
And now you have a second floor, not first floor, pardon me, defense from the defending team of Altered Reality. And Laurent Felic Cantine Petit Claire says, I'm a Canadian and said fanboy. Okay. Well, nice. And now, as you can see, trying to hold down sort of this pillar side would be the Jaeger there of Zed, holding an angle actually from the top of Brown Stairs. Could be a bit exposed to somebody actually on Brown Stairs, but there's nobody there from Insanity. Trying to do something actually, though, would be the blue team here, the attacking team, the team with the lead, 2 rounds ahead of Zed and the rest of Altered Reality here. As you can tell, trying to make something work here, but so far, not so great. I mean, you know, they haven't even really set foot inside the objective, and it's been close to half the round. They do have 1 person in, though. 2 people actually, Tix as well as Bedge. 5v3 Cactus Jack will actually pick off Zed, and that's going to finally start moving things around here. Smoke's going out, actually. Multiple smokes, as well as Candelas. And it looks as though Rebang might be eyeing something to happen here. I don't even know what they're doing. Why are you smoking that if you're not going to plant on it? 5v2, Bedge will take down Dylansky. And now Server, the last one left. Rebang takes down Canadian. Cactus Jack's the double kill there onto Server. Flawless round for Insanity, 6-3 now. So, serious point here for the 7th seed. Potential upset for them. And now, potential comeback area here for Altered Reality. They need to be serious, though. They need to really, really want it. They need to really, really fight for it. They will be going back to their stronger sites in Bar and Cocktail, which is what I was talking about if Insanity won that round, which they did, as I had predicted. Because it's really difficult to hold that site. I do not often see the defending team win that site unless something goes horribly wrong for the attack, which we actually saw when Insanity won this site, thanks to Tix and Rebang clutching it up on the hard anchors.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they
Serious
can.
point this tense, yeah. It is this tons. In order for Altered Reality to even go to overtime and have a chance to win from there, they need to actually, obviously they need to win this round, they need to win first floor, and then they need to win that second floor site that they got absolutely demolished on, I mean flawless, by Rebang and the rest of Insanity. So, I mean, really could see an upset here. How would a team go about joining Division 3? You sign up and then, pardon me, Midnight League is going to be paused after Season 2. Instead, we're recommending people to go join National Council Siege League, which is somewhat of a merger. Not like an absolute merger where servers are closing. It's just leagues are pausing. And instead we will be all sort of moving under one banner. Hopefully permanently. We're trying to sort of bring the entire Siege community, the entire comp scene under one roof in National Council Siege League. But the way that we do it in Midnight, I don't know about NCSL, is, you know, you sign up, and then we have the placement phase where you face 3 other teams, and we use that, and sometimes what we know about a team, and average MMR to figure out the divisions. But if you had joined Midway, for example, depending on your average MMR, you would have been put into a specific division. A lot of our Division 3 is, you know, like Plat 3s and below. It's like Plat 3s and Golds. That's like their average MMR. But yeah. 5v4 though, Bedge will take down Fishy, even though Bedge is at essentially 10 health, I'd say 4v4 though, Zed will actually trade her out. 4. Xanadier will trade him though for Zed. So it is now even here in numbers. Not even. Man advantage favoring the attacking team of Insanity. So they could very well close this out here. They just need to not screw up against Server and Canadian Dolinsky. Canadian trying to nitro someone from below, doesn't really get anything outside of a few scares. But this isn't Monsters Inc. This is Rainbow Six Siege. Canadian down off the flank attempt. And it's now 4v2. And Server, Dolinsky, the last 2 left on the objective. Outnumbered 2-1 here against Insanity. I'm just trying to close up this match. 4v1. Server, the last one left here. With the match on the line, with a series on the line here. And will be traded out by Deer. 3K from Deer. Wins the series for Insanity. 2-1. An upset here. A massive upset. Insanity, the 7th seed in Division 2 of Midnight League, will prevail in the quarterfinals against the number 2 seed, Altered Reality, and move on to the semifinals. I don't know who they'll face. We'll find out soon enough. That is a solid idea. Where does a team sign up? It'll be in team sign up or in NCSL. I think it's roster submission. Something along those lines. EscargotPlayer Stinky? Okay, Ortiz.
Fire through windows with this map. I honestly can't.
GG's.
Like, we couldn't really. How you ban maps and that we got that shit map? Like, come on.
That's not on me.
So who banned, bro? Cafe is dick.
Pixie, shut up.
Shut up.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Sarp was saying apparently that he tried to ban Theme Park and that didn't work out.
Yeah,
no. It was kind of.
Wait, who even did the bans?
Me and the rep.
Sarp, that's the other rep.
Bang. Never ban again. You suck.
Dude, do you not know the map rule?
How did you not let Cafe through? How did you let Cafe through? How?
Do you not know the map rule? Do you not know the map
rule? I don't care. You let Cafe through.
We automatically should ban Cafe.
Exactly. I'm with Deer. Cafe's dog, bro. You just get pre-fired through windows.
Guys, Jesus.
Oh my god.
GG.
Alright, GG's guys.
GG.
Oh my god.